Says video is private. I put it on YouTube and it says video unavailable. This video is private. Let me hold on. There we go. Now I see something. Now it says starting soon still.
Yep. Hold on a second as I do this. Whoops. That's too soon. Too soon. Hold on. There we go. No, not that. There we go. Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and sorry for the little kerfluffle there, but thank you so much for joining us for Long Island Tabletop. This is the Transformers Learn to Play and Gameplay. I'm John with Long Island Tabletop and Legendary Realms Games, and we're going to be showing off some Transformers TCG tonight. For those of you who've never heard of Transformers before, or have just recently woken from a 30-year coma, welcome. So, Transformers the card game is a game by Hasbro, the same people who do Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. And Transformers is a really fun, engaging TCG that operates a little bit different than a lot of the other ones out there, but takes a big inspiration from lots of Transformers stuff from over the years. There's a lot of really awesome artwork in it and whatnot, and some cool stuff for it. We're going to be going over today some basics for learning how to play the game. We're going to be going into some actual gameplay matches and kind of just seeing where we go from there. I'm joined by a couple of fellow gamers from Legendary Realms Games and Long Island Tabletop. Joining me tonight, for example, is Mike Prunella. Mike, do you want to chime in?
Hi, I'm Mike Prunella. You can call me Prune because we're going to have two mics on the stream here tonight. So everyone just calls me Prune so we don't get anyone confused. Nice to see everybody. Welcome to the stream. I've been playing Transformers, the card game, since it came out in late 2018. I played in the last major tournament, which was the Energon Invitational, back in December at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia. It was a blast. We got to meet a lot of cool players, and the community is growing. This game is blowing up, man. If anyone's interested, you should definitely join some of the Facebook groups and get in on it. And right now we're using this program called Octagon. It is a tabletop simulator where you can play a lot of games, including the Transformers card game. It's not licensed by Transformers, but they don't really mind because it gets people into the game, especially right now when we can't really go outside. So that's me, and we have other people on stream. I'll let John take over from there.
Yep, I'm actually going to go live with the Octagon, so this way people can kind of see what the field looks in action and some of the cards. So, Mike, why don't you and I kind of go over some of the basics of the game? I'll kind of explain how the game more or less works, if you want to highlight a few things and kind of go over some other stuff as well.
Sure.
So, for those of you who might have played other TCG games such as Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, things like that, Transformers actually works a little bit different. The way that Transformers works is that you have a field of robots, of Transformers, Decepticons, Autobots, Mercenaries. That's all the factions for now. Mercenaries are actually fairly new. They just recently added them. But the way that the game works out is that each Transformer has a certain number of start points. Mike, could you maybe highlight one of the guys on the field, if possible?
There we go. Hey, let's do
It might be a
Nemesis
little bit
Prime.
of a might be a little bit of a delay on the stream itself, so it might be a little on the slow side, but that's fine. But once we have the card blown up, I'll kind of go into the details about what the actual cards themselves do. But each bot in the game, like I said, it's representative of a different faction, has certain stats, abilities, things that they do. They also typically have two sides. Some have more, some have less. Oh, hold on. Somebody said volume is a little bit low. Let me maybe turn up my gains a little. Let me just go into the stream. Let's bump that up a little bit. Let's bump that up a little bit. We'll see if that maybe makes it a little bit better. Give it a few seconds. Okay, let's just see. Is that any better? Let me try to. I'm gonna try to just turn it up a little. Let's see. I don't hear John and Prune. We are the only ones. Actually, let me turn up the stream volume a little bit because I can't hear. Mike, can you hear me okay?
Penelli, yeah, I hear you fine, yeah.
And you seem to be coming over just fine, at least. Let me turn on the stream. Just go a little bit, keep talking a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm talking, and we're testing, and we're making sure everyone can be heard. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, but there's a delay, right. So I'm just waiting.
Gotcha. Also, on the stream, it looks like the
Okay, yeah, I got it on my phone. So I think you got. I think it sounds like it's a little bit fixed. Oh, Aunt Lizzoni, my dad's supposed to be here. They'll be joining us in a few. Your dad is around, and Mike is currently tied up in my. That's not good. Let's not put that in the chat. Is currently. Currently.
All right. Also, John, you're gonna have to adjust the screen because when I highlight a card, the larger version is cut off. You're zoomed in just a little too much.
Oh, all right. Let me try to see if I can maybe shrink that down just a little bit. Hold on.
All right.
I gotta go to zoom. See if I can maybe cut that back a little. Let's see. Transform. Fit the screen? No. Let's try taking off of stretch the screen. Oh. I think that might be a little bit better.
All right, let's see when I.
I'll give it a few seconds. Yeah, you'll see it on the stream.
Wait for the stream to update.
Mm-hmm. Just a few seconds. Just kind of working out some kinks, but it's getting there. Okay. Because I can see on the on the stream on the stream test, I see Lionizer pop up, so it's looking good there. So I know it's gotta sort itself out in just a few seconds. Yeah. Okay. Now it looks like it's working just fine on the.
There we go.
Okay. So.
Little stretchy, but we're good.
Back from the top. Yeah. I think the only thing we're going to miss maybe is the names, but at least we have some of the key details for the cards. And for those of you who, check out the game online, you'll be able to see all the card works in all their glory. So, each card is part of a certain faction. It's usually represented by the colors at the top of the card. Autobots are red, Decepticons are purple. Each one has a name. Most of them have a bot form and an alt form. Some cards are a little bit different, including Lionizer. We'll kind of get to that in just a moment, but for now, let's going to cover the basics. So each robot has, if you look kind of at the middle of the card, right where the artwork ends, you see a green box, a red box, and a blue box. An orange box. Right, I am a little bit dehydrated. You see an orange box, a red box, and a blue box. Yeah. Yep. See, so here, stay right on Demolisher for just a moment. That's perfect. Just stay right there. So when you start the game, all the robots for the most part start in alt form. They start in their disguise form, more or less. And on your turn, you're allowed to transform one of your cards. There might be extra ways to kind of play around with that, but for the most part, we're kind of just covering the basics. So you have your robots in their alt form, and then you can transform them once a turn into their bot mode. Now, like I said, there's an orange, a red, and a blue box. The orange represents their attack value. Blue represents their overall health. Oh my jeez. Orange represents attack value. Red represents health. Blue represents armor.
There you go.
The way that the game works out is this. You have a deck of cards. It is standard size is 40, correct?
Correct.
Standard size is 40, and with cards, you're only allowed a maximum of 3 of a single card. For those of you who might play Magic the Gathering or other cards, typically most trading card games only allow you a certain number of cards in a deck. Like, you can't have 20 of the exact same card. Again, Magic can be a little bit wonky, but for the more or less, like, you can only have 3 of a single card. Now, the way that the game works out is that you have your robots, and then you have your deck. Each turn, you're going to select one of your Transformers to attack one of your opponent's Transformers. Now, we'll kind of get into how attacking works in just a moment, but the point is you select one of your bots, and that's who you're going to focus on for the turn. So, for example, like let's say Mike, if you can maybe go back to Demolisher just for a moment, let's do like a test run of a turn, and go step by step by step to kind of take it in action.
Sure.
And how about Mike, while you kind of get that ready, let me just go grab some water really quick so I stop screwing up on colors.
All right, and let's also introduce Anthony and Mike, who are also with us tonight. Anthony, if you want to introduce yourself.
How is everybody this evening? Is Mike in?
Mike looks like he's in. We hear you, Mike.
My video is disabled because my camera was so bad.
That's fine. We do.
Mike, like I said, it's audio only right now. So other Mike is joining us. It's Mike Lizardi. Good to hear you, Mike.
Hello?
Yeah,
yeah,
Mike,
we hear you, Mike.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I'm just asking if you hear me. All right, cool.
Yeah, we hear you, man.
Tony, you
Can I turn on?
Yep.
What?
Oh, awesome. No, I wasn't sure I didn't realize Tony was also back too. So.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do we got? What do we got going on here? Nemesis Prime, Demolisher, and Lionizer versus Insecticons.
Yeah, but we're just going over different card types right now. We're just talking about it. So these are the character cards. Like John was saying, the orange number is attack, the red number is health, and the blue number is defense. So when each turn we're around an attack, the game is always attacking. The turn doesn't end until you attack. So the first thing that happens on turn 1 is no one can play cards. You just draw your cards. You draw 3 to start the game, and then 1 for the turn every turn. So since I'm starting first, I can't play any cards on my first turn. That's just the way the game's balanced out. So what I'm going to do is my first turn, I'm going to attack with Lionizer, and I'm going to attack Scrapnel.
So let's maybe slow that down a little bit and explain what some of that stuff means.
Sure.
So like I said, when the game starts, you decide typically by a dice roll who's going to go first. Now, what's important is, like Mike said, when you go first, you only draw the 3 cards you start with. You can't actually play any cards. Each turn of the game is based on, like, certain steps. Usually what happens is you can play, again, barring special conditions and special options and whatnot, 2 types of cards. You can play an action card, or you can play an equipment card. And equipment cards typically fall into 3 categories.
They're not called equipment cards, John.
What are they called?
Upgrades.
Upgrades. I'm sorry. Like it's been a while since I've actually played the game, so I'm kind of forgetting what some of the stuff is. But the point is, yes, they're upgrades. There are 3 types of upgrades. You have armor, weapons, and utility, and they all kind of sound exactly like what they do. Armor increases your armor value. It helps you to shrug off damage and avoid getting blown up. Attack helps to increase your overall attack value. It helps you to defeat your opponent's robots and whatnot. Utility gives you a couple of different bonuses, like it can help you maybe draw cards or discard cards, or maybe it gives you additional bonus effects, like some work for like additional armor.
Right.
Some weapons can be used for different types, like there's some that say you could play this as a utility or as an armor. So there's some kind of cool cards that do stuff like that. Oh, Mike, you're kind of pulling some of them up.
Yeah. So here's an armor card. It's this one. This one is called Composite Armor. It gives +3 defense and +1 attack. It's a good upgrade. This type of thing is special though because normally an upgrade when it's played on a character stays on the character until someone removes it. This is the kind of card though that as soon as this character defends, he loses that armor. Like John was saying, it's a special condition, and like just kind of like Magic, the cards always, supersede any of the rules.
Cards break the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
We also kind of forgot one thing. We didn't finish going over stars. Like I think when in the chat when it said that the volume level was a little bit low, we got distracted. So
right.
Okay.
We can go over that.
Yeah. So you have each team has a bunch of Transformers. Now, it's not like you can't have both you can't have only just Decepticons or only just Autobots.
John. Let me jump in and explain this part.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So to play the game of Transformers, you need a 40-card battle deck, which they've already started talking to you about, and you need Transformers. So you're allowed to have 25 stars worth of robots on your starting team. You're allowed to pair Autobots with Decepticons if you want. You don't have to. There are battle cards that reward you for choosing one faction over another. But you don't have to only have Autobots on one side, Decepticons. You can mix factions. So if you look at on Demolisher right here, you see at the very bottom left of the card, it says he's 6 stars. So you can see the team that Mike has put together here is Demolisher is 6 stars. Lionizer is... want to highlight Lionizer is 7 stars, and Nemesis Prime is 12 stars. You add all that together, Mike, and how many stars do you have?
That would be 25.
25 stars. Now, sometimes there are battle cards that cost a star because they're usually a bit more powerful than your average battle card, or they have stuff on them that's relatively unbalanced. And you can, if your team is only like 23 stars or 24 stars, you can add a star card into your battle deck that will bring your star count up to 25. So that's how stars work. Okay. That's your starting team. And then you guys have your battle deck, which you guys were just talking about before. You got through the different types of upgrades, correct?
Right. So there's the armors.
Right.
There's utilities. And the weapons.
And you talked about actions?
We haven't talked about actions yet. So if you wanted to go for it, man.
All right. So actions, you want to highlight an action for me?
There you go.
All right. So an action looks a little different than an upgrade. You see the upgrades usually have a dark gray dark gray border. And then the upgrades have a kind of a light gray background. Actions have a light gray background. So on your turn, you're allowed to play one upgrade and one action, unless, of course, like they said, there's things in play that let you bend those rules. Actions are exactly what they sound like. They allow you to do something. So, that's your turn, basically. You play an action, you play an upgrade, and then you can transform someone. You don't have to do them in any kind of order. You can transform, play an action, play an upgrade in any order that you choose. And then you have to move to attack, like Mike was saying. You have to move to the combat phase where you tap someone to declare they're attacking. You choose who they're attacking. They become the defender. And then you basically say, okay, attack triggers happen, defense triggers happen, and then combat kind of goes forward just like in Magic where damage is done and, flips are done. Now, did you guys talk about the pips on the cards?
We did not yet.
Hold on a second. We just, something went wrong in the stream. Why did it just all of a sudden cut out?
It looks like we're looking only at faces.
Yeah, no, something went wrong. Now it's just looking at that. Could you try to hold on a second? Stop petition with sharing. Could you share your screen again?
Yeah. It is shared.
Okay, let me go back over to Stream.
I'm seeing a screen.
No, I know something. I clicked on something and I didn't realize it goofed up the stream, so we're just fixing that real quick.
Yeah,
stop goofing things up, John.
It should be good in just a second or two. So just hold on.
This whole virtual convention thing is new for everybody.
Well, it's not just that either. It's a matter of like there's a bit of a delay, so it's not instantaneous. But there we go. So we're back. Okay.
Right.
But
All right. So Mike, you want to tackle pips?
Sure. So each of these battle cards have in the upper right corner a color rectangle. Those are called pips. Some have 1 pip, some have 2. Some new cards even have up to 3 different colors or 3 of the same colors. There are 5 different colors right now. There's orange, blue, black, green, and white. What each one does, each of those pips represents a certain thing that happens during combat. The orange pip means you get to add more attack to the combat. The blue pip means you add more defense if you are defending. The green pip is special in the sense that it allows you to take that card up into your hand and exchange it for a card that's in your hand. Because normally when you flip cards during combat, which we will get to shortly, we'll demonstrate what the flipping of the cards does.
Mike, I think the only issue with it is that I can't get it so that the zoom in image shows the full pip.
Hold on.
As we kind of get stuff in the game, like flipping through, people will see it on the field. Like, people will see it on the table, so at least you can get an idea. But you can even kind of see it a little bit if you're looking at the card you have like highlighted in the box there. You can see how there's the 2 orange, there's the orange and the green. But the point is the pips kind of allow as you're flipping stuff over, they allow additional interaction in combat.
I'm attempting to see if we can get a better size on the screen here. Hold on 1 second. No, I gotta go a little smaller. Now let's see if that works.
It's still just a little bit too high. It was close, but because we don't want to show too much. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. Now you can just kind of see it there. There we go.
Yeah, I shrunk it a little bit more. We'll see if we can get the whole card up there. Let's see what it looks like.
We'll see when the actual games kick in, but it's looking pretty good for now.
That's fine. So, anyway, the orange pips when you're attacked. There we go. I got it so it fit. The orange pips represent adding attack while you're attacking. The blue pips represent adding defense while you're defending. The white pips allow you to flip an extra 2 cards during combat.
The first time it pops up.
Right.
Like if you flip over multiple whites. Yeah, if you flip over multiple whites, it doesn't trigger, but the first time in combat you flip a white pip over, you flip an additional 2 cards. And then whatever those pips do, if they have pips, that adds to the total, whether you're attacking or defending. Right. So it works like that.
And then green allows you to exchange a card from your hand. So, like I said, when we get to actually flipping cards during combat, you'll see those cards that we flip for combat are discarded. But if it's a green pip, it actually lets you take that card into your hand, which is important. And then the black pips represent piercing, which when we actually get into combat, we'll also discuss piercing. But for now, just know that a black pip means you get to add 1 pierce. And that's the explanation for the pips. So maybe we could walk through how an attack action happens right now. So let's do that.
Sure.
I'm playing against Tony right now. So my Lionizer is going to attack Tony's Scrapnel. So unlike some card games and specifically Magic, in this game, you're specifically attacking your opponent's other cards.
Right. Now here, the tricky part with this, which won't come into play for a basic game, but there's a phase here. So you would attack and declare, and Scrapnel is declared, right?
Yeah, I'm declaring that Scrapnel is attacking.
Any attack effects would now come into play. And then once you're done with your attacking effects, if he has any defensive effects, they would come into play now. But they're not, none of that is on the table, so we're not worried about it.
Yeah, it's turn 1, nothing happens.
There's also one other thing I think that I don't remember if we mentioned it or not, but did we mention when you're allowed to attack? Like, in other words, what type of targets are you allowed to focus on when you're attacking?
Yeah, so when you're attacking, you can only attack either your opponent's tapped character cards, but if they're all untapped, You can attack anyone. There is another modifier on a card called Brave and Stealth. Brave means that if possible, that character needs to be attacked, and Stealth means that that character cannot be attacked unless if there are other options available to attack.
Right.
If he's the only guy left and he has Stealth, guess what? He's
Doesn't
still
matter.
getting punched in the face. So
Also, if everybody has stealth, then nobody has stealth.
right.
All right, so let's finish this attack. So
Okay.
Lionizer attacks Scrapnel.
Yep. So Lionizer, when the first after the attack is declared, and we do our effects that happen after an attack, then we get into the battle flipping of cards section of combat. Lionizer had a modifier that says Bold 4. What Bold 4 allows him to do is flip more cards during combat. So no matter what, you flip 2 cards. So he gets Bold 4, so he's flipping 6. So I'm going to flip 6 cards right now. Flip 6. So let's see. So we flipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange pips. I flipped a white pip, so I flipped 2 extra ones. So you notice that there are 8 cards flipped right now. So these orange pips all get added to Lionizer's attack,
Which is 0.
which starts at 0. But since I'm flipping so many cards, I'm going to start dealing a lot of damage. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Scrapnel has 7 damage incoming right now. And we look at the cards that Tony flipped for Scrapnel. He flipped 2 orange cards, so he's not getting any added defense. If he flipped a blue pipped card, then that would get added to his defensive value. So I'm dealing 7. Scrapnel has a built-in 3 armor. So he's going to take, like Tony already put on there, 4 damage. Once that's done, all these cards will get discarded. I have a green pipped card. And I can choose to take this green pip card and put it in my hand, and I am going to do that. And I'm going to ditch this card. So what happens is I take a green card into my hand, and I put a card that's in my hand back on the table, and that gets discarded instead.
And the important thing to note about green, you can only exchange 1 green card for a card in your hand per battle.
Per battle.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So once all the cards are discarded, at the end of an attack, my turn ends, always. And I pass the game over to Tony. So now it's Tony's turn. Tony, you there?
Yep.
All right, so let's go through your phase. Now, this is his first turn in the game. Since it's his first turn in the game and he is the second player to go, he can play either 1 upgrade or 1 action. You can't play both yet. That happens on the 3rd turn of the game. The person who goes 3rd can do one of both of those things, play an upgrade and play an attack, but only 1 of each. And we can also transform a bot on your turn, which I forgot to do, which is fine. All right, Tony, so your first thing, what are you going to do?
First thing I'm going to do, well, I'm going to draw my card, which I did. Next thing will be to transform one of my guys. So we'll go ahead and just transform Scrapnel.
Yep. You hover over Scrapnel so people can see how cool his bot mode looks, because it is pretty cool.
It is very cool.
And now Scrapnel also is special in the fact that he has an ability that says he cannot take more than 3 attack damage from a single attack. So if I try to hit him again, the most he's going to take is 3. Pretty good if he didn't already have 4 damage on him.
Yeah.
So.
But here we are.
But here we are with 4 damage on Scrapnel.
Hey, man, if you have an energy transfer, you can move that damage off Scrapnel.
That would have been a great draw. However, that did not happen.
All right, so let's continue on with your turn. What's the card you're going to play?
I am actually not going to play anything at the moment.
Oh, that's not good for a demonstration, but that's fine.
Well, if you saw my hand, you'd know why.
That's terrible. All right, well, I do have things to play, so we will get to that on my turn.
All right, so since he's basically doomed And we'll speed things along here.
We'll get him dead faster.
Yeah, we'll get him dead faster for the sake of entertainment. So I'll target your Lionizer for an attack because I must. And let's go ahead and flip our battle cards.
All right. So normally what would happen is the attacker would flip his battle cards first. If we were using physical cards, we'd be flipping them off the top of our deck one at a time. But since we're using the machine, it makes it easier.
So I hit a white pip.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I will be flipping an extra 2. So my attack will be 8.
8. So Lionizer, I flipped no blue cards. So Lionizer has an armor of 2, so he's only going to be taking 6. So I'm going to set his damage to 6. There we go.
So now I also hit a green pip in my flips,
This is Bashing Shield.
which is Bashing Shield. So I will actually give up this and exchange it for that.
All right.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah, Mike.
If I post the YouTube link on the Facebook page for Transformers, is that all right? Because we're using Octagon, and it's like, yeah, it should be.
Yeah, no one's making money off of this, so it's fine.
Okay.
Unless we get like 20,000 people watching. But hey, I could throw up an ad for stat trackers. I have a couple of ad bumps to toss in here.
It should be fine.
All right.
All right, so now we discard cards that we flipped,
Mm-hmm.
and Mike passes the turn to me. Tony passes the turn to me, and I will go.
That's
So
right.
I will draw a card. Let's see. So I look at my hand. I'm going to play. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to transform Demolisher. There's Demolisher, is pretty awesome. And I'm going to play an upgrade card on Demolisher called Power Punch. So now Power Punch gives Demolisher +3 bold. Bold lets me flip 3 more cards, or bold lets you flip 1 more card. I have 3 of it, so I can flip 3 more cards during my attack. I don't have an action to play just now, so I'm not going to play an action. But I am going to attack Scrapnel because he is tapped. He's the only one I'm able to attack. So Scrapnel, Demolisher is going to attack Scrapnel. He has bold 3. And so let's do that. So I'm going to flip. Also, Demolisher has a special ability where he gets to flip extra cards based on his armor. So he has 4 armor. So I'm flipping 4 extra cards. So the 2 that I normally flip plus 4 plus bold 3 means that I'm flipping 9 cards right now, which is pretty gross, which gives me a great chance to deal a lot of attack because that's what he does. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 orange pips. So he's dealing 10 damage. I have 2 black pips. He's piercing 2. So let me get into Pierce. Pierce is damage that will always happen. So no matter what my opponent's defense is, he's going to take at least 2 damage now. It doesn't add more damage on top of my attack or anything like that. But let's just say that I did 10 damage. If he had 10 armor, no matter what, he would be taking 2 damage. But it was enough to kill Scrapnel because he only had 3 health left. So Scrapnel is now KO'd and off the board. Let's get rid of that. And then we discard all our cards. I might take one of these into my hand. Yeah, I will.
You want to discuss priority of scooping up green cards?
Yes. The attacker can choose first and then the defender? Correct? Yeah.
Yep.
So are you taking your baton?
I am going to take my baton. So
Okay.
actually, I'm going to swap out the shield we just picked up for the baton.
Okay, so then I'm going to take my shield and drop this piece through Tyranny. And then we're going to discard all those cards. And now, because the Power Punch says, after the upgraded character attacks, scrap this card, I'm going to scrap that card. Scrap is discarding in this game, just in case. And that will end my turn. And now it is Tony's turn.
draw my card for turn. Let's transform.
Mike, I can see whose hand am I looking at right now? Is that yours?
You shouldn't see any hand on the screen.
Yeah, if you're looking, if on the stream, like if you're in YouTube, you can't see it on the stream. Like,
okay.
It's cropped so that you can't see it.
Got it. All right.
But yeah, but if you're just looking in Zoom, you're seeing my hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't look at the Zoom. Don't look at the Zoom.
How can I see Tony's hand?
I can send you a picture if you like.
Well, so here's, Mike. So here's the reason why.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't affect you. So who cares? Okay.
All right. So transform Kickback to his bot mode, and we are still not going to play any cards right now.
Kickback's another one of those crazy guys that have a special ability involving flipping more battle cards. You'll see this is a theme during the game.
Anthony, can I make a suggestion?
Uh-huh.
If you have no cards to play, why waste Kickback?
Well, because of the cards that I do have.
Oh, all right.
All right. He probably has.
Yeah, I Still Function.
I Still Function, right.
So you're basically tipping your hand that you have I Still Function.
Yeah, which is fine. For everyone who doesn't know, I Still Function is a battle card which allows you to bring characters back to life for one turn for one big hit. So Kickback is the character you play that on because Kickback flips 8 battle cards by himself. So he has a chance to do a tremendous amount of damage. So he's going to attack Demolisher. So he flips his battle cards first. So he's going to flip. He gets to flip 2 extra one for every starting Insecticon he had. 3.
So 8 cards to stood right off the top.
Yeah, 8 cards right off the top. And he flipped 9 orange pips. So he has 9 attack right now. I'm going to flip 2 for my defense. There we go. So I prevent 4. He's dealing 9. I take 5. So it could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be dead. All right. So enforcement batons. I'm going to actually. Wow. I have no need for the enforcement. I'm going to take the enforcement baton and drop the bashing shield. And then we're going to discard these. And then it's going to be my turn again. So I'm going to draw for turn. And I'm going to transform Nemesis Prime. So let's see. Can we kill Kickback without even trying right now?
Yes.
He's made of paper, so yes.
Yeah. Well, no, but I'm trying to think if without having to play battle cards, which I probably just to get him to do it, I'll have to play battle cards because he does have 9 health. So I need to deal 10 damage to kill him. Without any extra help, I'm only going to get 9 attack out of Nemesis Prime. So I'm going to play Supercharge on Nemesis Prime. So he's going to flip 5 cards for the attack.
Just play enforcement batons.
That's true. I have 2 of them. So I'm going to play enforcement batons instead of Supercharge.
Wrong side.
You're right. So this is a weapon. I put it on this side. Now he has 8 attack. And this ability would be if he had a weapon. If my opponent had a weapon, I could scrap it on him, but he doesn't have a weapon, so it doesn't do anything. So Nemesis Prime is attacking Kickback. We're going to flip just 2 cards. I get 2 extra attack, so I'm dealing 7, 8, 9, 10. And Kickback prevents 1. He still takes 9 damage, and that will scrap Kickback.
That will KO Kickback.
Yeah, KO. Well, yeah.
Same thing.
Knocked out.
He's trashed.
Oh, the enforcement batons actually stay in play. Most of my equipment does not, but that one does. Stop that. Let's bring him to front. And then I will pass to Tony. Your turn, sir.
Draw for turn.
And so the game continues on like this until none of us have any bots left. But before that happens, you will notice that I am tapped out. All of my characters have attacked, so I can't. So I have no one left to attack with for now. So Tony will get to just do will get to do his regular turn, But after he's done attacking with whoever he chooses to attacks with, he gets another attack with whoever he has untapped. If he had three other guys that were left untapped, he would keep attacking until he was tapped out.
Now he's going to have 3 attackers.
Now he's going to have 3 attackers because he's going to bring back Kickback. He played the card I Still Function, which is Megatron. I still function. And
Want to bet?
Want to bet? Want to bet? Says Starscream from the 86 movie that we all love and cried at when Optimus Prime died.
I hate that
cry.
movie.
I didn't cry.
I cried. Listen, I cried.
Autobot scum.
Ugh,
Wow.
seriously, dude. Savage. Anyway, so Kickback is back into play. So that was his action card. Do you have any equipment to play?
I do.
You have an upgrade. So what upgrade is he dropping?
A fanciful upgrade.
Uh-oh. All right, so he's dropping the Enforcement Batons, which will destroy my Enforcement Batons, which is fine.
Tony, did you transform somebody?
Yes, I transformed Barrage.
He transformed Barrage. So now, since Kickback's back, he can choose to attack with him, or Barrage, or Chop Shop. But he played 1 action, and he played 1 equipment card, one upgrade card. And now he gets to attack. So go for it.
So my first attack will be Barrage into Demolisher.
All right. So I'm gonna...
Wait, time out. Strategy question.
Strategy. Mike does not agree with that move, apparently.
I'm saying the big threat is Nemesis Prime.
Well,
Right?
he's going to get doubled down on.
Yeah, but
after
Chop
this.
Shop sucks. So I'm saying, why wouldn't you just swing Kickback into Nemesis, and then whatever's left, Demolisher can just kill him, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
what's-
Kickback is going into Nemesis Prime.
Right, but I'm saying he's not going to kill him because he doesn't have any upgrades, or so.
Right.
He's right, but Barrage will have Bolt 2 once Nemesis has damage on him. I don't know. All right, whatever.
Well, either way, it's 6-1. It was going to go down with 2 guys attacking Nemesis either way this turn. So
Right. I think the idea Mike was getting at was we want to get damage on Nemesis so that you trigger Barrage's ability, which gives him Bold 2.
Yep.
All right. So
there's that.
see,
and
even on the first game, you guys are getting a great test of strategy and learning some moves here, which is cool.
Although there could be an argument made for getting the definitive kill on, you know, like taking out Demolisher, because if he fails to kill Nemesis Prime here, he's lost the game.
That's right. See, so that
So-
was why I wanted Demolisher gone, but we'll take the Mike route and see what happens on this, because I was going to get my Bold 2 bonus on Demolisher and put him out of his misery with Barrage, and then do as much damage as I could with Chop Shop and Kickback onto Nemesis Prime, but as the chips lie. So we'll see what happens. So Kickback into Nemesis Prime.
Or you attack Lionizer with Chop Shop, and then you force him to make a decision. Like if Chop Shop can definitely kill Lionizer here, right?
Yes.
So Lionizer gonna have to go on somebody. So whoever Lionizer gets placed onto, then you just murder that person. You see what I'm saying?
That's also true. Yeah. 2
But
for
it's your
1.
game. You decide. I'm just the voice from outer space.
Always the voice from outer space.
Yeah.
So 9 attack into Nemesis Prime.
9 attack. I'm preventing only 2, which is his base armor, so I'm taking 7. There we go.
Okay.
Now, normally after an attack, we discard all these cards that were flipped. But since Tony's turn is going to continue, these don't get discarded until after the turn is complete altogether. So after he is done attacking with everybody. So these stay on the table. Unlike other card games, a few other card games do this, but Transformers specifically, when you run out of cards in your deck, you shuffle your discard back into your deck, and you just keep going. So all these cards that we've been flipping off the top of our decks and then discarding we'll get to see again as we shuffle and go through the deck over again. So, a lot of Magic players are probably cringing at the fact that we basically have almost no cards left in our decks because we've been flipping so many cards. But don't worry, we get them all back. And but right now, these cards stay, and we're going to flip again when Tony makes his next attack, which is going to be...
It's going to be... We're going to continue on our original trajectory here. So let's actually send... Yep, Barrage is going to attack Nemesis as well.
Okay.
And we're going to do our flippy flip. So we have bold 2. So we're going to flip 4. So that attack will be for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Ouch. So I prevent 2. So I take, was that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 1 short of killing Nemesis Prime.
Ain't that always the life?
Ain't that the way it is?
All right. Now, the conundrum.
Do you have a zap?
Yeah,
Which he can't play yet because
exactly.
he's still finishing out his turn. So now, do you clear off the board with Chop Chop? Because let's see, he has 3 attack or 4 attack, right, in this form?
Mhm.
4 attack. I only defend 2, so no matter what, you're going to kill Nemesis Prime right now.
Yeah, he's swinging for 5 base with the enforcement batons.
Yeah,
He's
So
gonna kill him. So, dude,
He's-
kill him.
He's gonna kill someone.
somebody's gonna die.
Mm.
But at this point, yeah, we probably just have to finish off the Nemesis.
Uh-huh.
So we're just gonna flip our 2.
I'll laugh. You get 2.
Yeah, I did. I literally did. So we're attacking for 7.
All right, so he defends 2, and he takes 5, and that'll kill him. Now, if you notice what I did with Nemesis Prime, my deck just shuffled, which is important for the purpose of all the games. What happens is once your deck is empty, as soon as it is empty, it gets reshuffled. Whether you're in the middle of an attack, or it's the end of a turn, or the beginning of a turn, you're drawing a card. No matter what, as soon as there are no cards left in your deck, you shuffle your scrap back into your deck. Now, Nemesis Prime has an ability that says as soon as you reshuffle your scrap, I take the bottom card of my deck and put it under Nemesis Prime. This doesn't really matter much. It would have given him +3 attack, but he is super dead. So it doesn't matter. But that card would still go under him before he dies. And that would change the way the cards are drawn and shuffled. So that was just an important part. So I'm going to now that gets scrapped. I'm going to add it to all these other cards that I'm scrapping. Discard. And there we go. And you can clear the target.
Mm-hmm.
Clear the target.
Everyone untaps.
And then everyone untaps. All right. And if you notice at the end of the turn, Kickback got knocked out again because I Still Function only brings the guy back for 1 turn. Turns over, Kickback's dead again, which is great because it means that I might still survive and live to tell the tale. My turn. He attacked last, so now it's my turn. I'm going to draw for turn. That's a waste. Let's play Ramming Speed and get no. Let's not play Ramming Speed. Let's play the Enforcement Batons on Demolisher and get rid of his Enforcement Batons just to get it off the board. Let's play Supercharge. Actually, no, we're going to play that on Lionizer. And let's play Supercharge on Lionizer. And then Lionizer is going to attack Barrage. So Supercharge gives me bold 3. Lionizer has bold 4. So I'm flipping 9 cards total. The 2 I get normally plus the 7 bold. So let's flip 9 cards. Oh.
Mike,
Yes.
why wouldn't you play Enforcement Baton, Bashing Shield, Supercharge onto Demolisher?
An attack with Demolisher?
Yeah.
Because I want Lionizer, because he's going to have to attack Lionizer now, and then I'll be able to kill who's ever left.
Yeah, but I'm saying Demolisher will auto. You might not kill. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I got 11, 12. I'm dealing into Barrage. Barrage defends 1, which is enough to kill him.
Yep, that's the math checks out.
Yep, that was the idea there.
Well, I'm saying you need to flip 2 double pip cards to do that. Otherwise,
right. Well, I only needed to flip 1 because I flipped 2 whites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, you're right. It would have been a tough thing, but I was willing to take that risk.
Right.
I can do math.
I'm not good at math. So.
It's okay. All right, so after that, all these cards get discarded. So now, just in case you haven't noticed, the point of the deck that I'm playing is to cycle through my deck really fast and power up Nemesis Prime. Unfortunately, Nemesis Prime got killed before we got to display that ability, but it happens. So I pass the turn to Tony. Your turn.
Right.
Chop Shop can do this.
Oh, Tony, Doss wanted me to let you know that he's in the he's watching us.
Oh yeah, Massimo says hi.
Oh, tell him I said what's up. Yeah, I don't have the stream itself running on the other end, so I can't see us.
Right.
Glad he's watching.
Good old Massimo.
Yeah,
I love that boy.
he's a good kid. My son is watching too. Did he go to sleep yet? He said bye, so hopefully he went to sleep, but it's okay.
All right, come on, Tony, win this with Chop Shop.
Oh, we're gonna do something fun. See if
I
this
still
works.
function is still on the table, by the way.
I just played it.
He just played it.
Oh, okay. Bam. Barrage. What the hell are you doing?
Why are you bringing scratch?
Are you tapping Are you going to tap Demolisher?
Sure am.
Oh, I see what you're doing. But you're gonna. Okay. Oh, you're scrapping Scrapnel to do it. Sorry. So Demolisher is tapped. All right. So let's explain what just happened here. Scrapnel's Insecticon ability on his. If you can bring him back, let me see if I can display him. Yep, I see him here. There he is. His ability says when you flip to this mode, knock out one of your Insecticons. If you do, tap an enemy that has 13 stars or fewer. He wants to kill Demolisher. He doesn't want to kill Lionizer. Because killing Lionizer only makes Demolisher stronger.
Yeah, but Tony, if you just I still function kickback, right?
Yep.
So then he kills Lionizer, and then I
actually just bring back Barrage. If you just I still function Barrage, kill Lionizer with Chop Shop, you win the game.
Probably, yeah.
Do I?
Right, yeah, because Chop Shop has 2 armor, and I'm only gonna.
You're gonna get 2 attacks right now. So if he brings,
well, no,
I'm only getting 2 attacks right now because I still function Scrapnel.
Right. But here's the thing: even otherwise, Demolisher by himself without Lionizer wouldn't be able to kill Chop Shop.
It's true.
So either way, his play is legit.
All right, do it.
Yeah, so we're gonna do what he did. He brought Scrapnel back, scrapped Scrapnel to tap Demolisher.
Say that a couple of times fast.
Scrapnel.
Scrapnel.
To tap Demolisher, and now Chop Shop is going to swing into Demolisher, I assume?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So we get the
flipping 5 cards because we got the power punch.
Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4 is 9. I'm only defending 4, which will be which leaves me taking 5 damage, which is enough to knock out Demolisher. So he is knocked out.
Then I will trade PTT for the batons and scrap this stuff. And then we untap the dudes.
Yep. So since everyone's tapped, even though he would have had another guy left, not important. Everyone's tapped. We untap, and it's my turn. I get to go. So unless I draw something worthwhile, which I did,
Yeah.
that was pretty good. I will play a grenade launcher on Lionizer. I have to scrap the enforcement batons because they are both weapons. You can only have one weapon, one utility, and one armor on a character at the same time, unless the cards state otherwise. Again, the cards can break the rules. So this gets discarded.
I don't doubt you could do 11 damage right now.
So now, right off the bat, I got +4 attack, and I'm flipping 6 cards with Lionizer. So let's see what happens.
You could conceivably not get there.
Yes, if I get a bunch of whites or I don't flip any double pips, bad things could happen. But let's see what's going on here. I'm flipping 6, and it looks like it's going to be enough. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 +4 is 12. He defends 2, which actually isn't enough. 8
5,
+4,
6, 7.
12. Oh no, 9. I thought he has
he
9.
only has
No,
9.
that is enough.
Yep.
Because he's
That's
taking
enough.
10 damage. So I win, everybody. Yeah.
Third 3 wide aggro takes down 4 wide aggro. You don't see that a lot.
Yeah, no. This was actually a bad matchup for my deck. So yeah.
All right, let me play a blue deck against you.
All right, you want to play? So let's demonstrate what actually defense can do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to restart the game real quick. Give us 2 seconds. John, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you want to throw one of those ads up while we swap players?
I can give it a shot. It can go horribly wrong, but let's see if it
All right,
works. So just
that's
give me
fine.
Or
1
maybe
second.
not.
Well,
All right,
just,
so
no. Let's give it a shot. Hold on.
No, it's all good. It'll take
No.
only 2 seconds
No,
to
hold
come
on.
back in.
Let's just try to interject for just a second, okay?
All right.
Hold on. We're gonna kick it over to a commercial.
Enjoy these messages from our sponsors.
Yeah. Sponsors.
Da-na-na-na-na.
All right, you making a game?
Yeah, let me exit this out. Well, I want to see if he throws up the. Let's throw that out.
I literally drew no gas.
Yeah,
the
that was
first
nothing.
5 turns of the game.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. The thing I'm starting to notice about Insecticons is it's a lot like Cars in the sense that it was good during Wave 1 and 2, but outside of Barrage and Kickback,
All right, I made the game.
I don't really do a whole lot. All right, where are you on the scene?
It might take a second for your octagon to refresh. And look, an ad is playing. Check that out. We are like a few seconds behind, so what I'm talking about now is going to happen on the stream.
How do
Transform.
I pick for spectating?
You change yourself from. I can change you to spectate.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so now let's start. We're waiting for all the players, and there we are.
I'll be.
But I'm going to be looking at Octagon, not the.
Yes, no, don't look at the stream. Look at Octagon.
Right.
I'm gonna reset my board here.
Game, load deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the same deck.
My deck is this deck that is not a Wave 5 deck.
Okay, that's fine. My deck's not Wave 5 either, so it's fine. An ad for stack. It's not a stack track. Oh, more ads. John, the ads are still there. There's 2 ads. Maybe I have to play 2 ads or something. Alright, so let's wait for the ads to stop. Well, actually, no, because they're just going to see this. Oh, okay, we're back. Very good. So you played your guys. I'm going to play mine.
Are you guys there?
The ad that I just. Yeah, we're here. You there?
Yeah, the audio just cut out for it.
Yeah, I think my internet just took a little dump, but we're back. All right. Let's roll some dice to see who goes first. I rolled a 3.
Wow. I got
You rolled a 13.
I rolled a 13.
So you can choose whether you play or pass.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. So let's draw our hands. We start with drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I didn't shuffle.
I don't see your characters on the screen.
You don't see my characters on the screen. They're on the stream. Let me see. Hold on 1 second.
Should I just watch the stream in another window?
No, because you have to see.
You should just really be watching Octagon just to
Yeah,
play.
if you're gonna play. All right, let's reset. So because unless go to game and hit reset, Mike. Okay, now let's load up our decks.
Had a great opening hand.
Sucks.
Oh,
Now, do you see my
hold on,
character?
guys.
Yes,
I just
now I
noticed. I think there's a little bit of an echo. Some of you guys might have your volume up, or might have the stream running. You just might want to maybe mute the YouTube feed on your end, just to kind of cut that echo out.
I'm not watching YouTube.
So it might be Tony.
Nope, not watching anything.
Yeah. I have my YouTube up, but it's muted. Hold on one second. Let me close YouTube just to get rid of it. And let's see if we still hear something. It shouldn't. No one has YouTube. Is your YouTube up?
His hand's all right too.
All right, we're fine. All right, so you can see my guys now, Mike?
Yeah. All right. So for people watching at home, this is a blue deck that I came up with. It is General Optimus Prime, who in truck mode says he has 7 attack, 21 health. That's correct, 21 health, 2 armor, and he has 3 utility slots, which means he can carry 3 utilities, whereas other characters can only usually have 1 equipped. And then when I flip to this mode, I can reveal the top card of my deck. If it's an action, I can play it. And when he is in robot mode, Optimus Prime has 8 attack, so 1 more than in truck mode. He has 3 utility slots in this mode as well. And when he attacks and I flip a blue and an orange pip, I can play one of my flipped upgrades onto him after the battle is over. Put him back in truck mode. Over here we have Fireflight, who is probably one of my favorite characters in the game. Fireflight is a 5-star aerial bot. Member of
Did
the
my
Aerial Bot
internet
Combiner
just
team.
die? Or
What?
my internet just died? My internet just kind of flipped up again.
So I keep talking or no?
No, you can keep talking.
No. But anyway, Fireflight has Brave, which means that he has to be attacked if possible. And then my other character, in robot mode, Fireflight says he has 2 attacks, 7 health, 2 armor. When he has 4 or more damage counters on him, he gets +1 attack. I'm never going to transform him, so it does not matter. And then Skydive over here is another 5-star aerial bot character, and he has 3 attack, 8 hit points, 1 armor. He does have Tough 2 built in, so he's wearing armor kind of automatically. In robot mode, Skydive has 3 attack, 8 hit points, 2 armor, and it says when this attacks, repair 1 damage from one of your aerial bots. I am probably never going to transform him, so it doesn't matter. The only character I'll be flipping back and forth is probably Optimus Prime. So there's that. All right, so Tony, everybody knows your guys already? You want to run through them again or no?
I can do them again. We got Nemesis Prime. We have Demolisher and Lionizer. Lionizer has just a bot mode and a weapon mode. His bot mode has 0 attack, 8 health, 2 defense, bold 4, which means he flips 4 extra cards when he attacks. His other side is a weapon. When Lionizer dies, he becomes a weapon, and he can attach to one of my other characters. We didn't get to see that last game. This is a huge thing. He has bold. He grants bold 4 to whoever he's attached to, and plan 1, which is a mechanic we did not see last game. It lets you take a card from your hand and put it on top of your deck. So you can kind of plan if you have like a double orange card in your hand or a pip that's advantageous to you. You can put that on top of your deck so it automatically gets flipped during combat, which is pretty good. Switch modes. Demolisher, we've shown his tank mode does nothing for me. It's draw a card for every other tank. I don't have any other tanks, so it doesn't matter. But he's in the deck for his bot mode, which lets me flip extra battle cards to cycle through my deck as fast as possible. He will flip as many battle cards as he has armor, so that's important. And then Nemesis Prime. which is cool on both sides, but I mostly only have him in here for his bot mode side. His alt mode side lets me deal 2 damage to a character that my opponent chooses. So when I flip to this mode, 2 damage gets placed anywhere my opponent wants it to be placed, on one bot at a time. He can't like split the damage up. And then on his bot mode side, this is where it gets interesting. Whenever I shuffle my deck while he's in this mode, I take the card from the bottom of my deck and place it under him face down. For every card that's underneath him, he will have +3 attack. So if I can go through my deck fast enough and get 2 or 3 cards underneath him, he gets enormous. And that is my end game for this deck. And that's the strategy right there for it. Let's go back to the standard thing. And you opted for me to play, correct?
Nope, you can go first.
All right, so I'm going to transform Nemesis Prime on my first turn. Ooh, I have to draw a card. My first turn, I can't play a card, so I'm just going to attack. Now, a part of strategy in this game is making your opponent attack who you want to attack. That is huge. So I want Lionizer to die, honestly. The faster he dies, the faster one of my other guys gets more bold, meaning I flip more cards. So that being said, I'm going to attack with Lionizer first all the time, so that he gets hit first and fast all the time.
Now, he has to attack Fireflight because Fireflight has Brave.
Yep, that is the Brave mechanic that we also didn't get to see last game. Since he has Brave, my guys have to attack him. So that's what's going to happen. I get to flip 6 cards. So let's flip that. Flip 6 cards. There we go. No white pip, but that's fine. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. And
I flipped only 1 blue, so I'm defending 3.
3 total. I'm dealing 7, so you're going to take 4.
Yep.
All right. I don't have any green pips, but you do.
Yeah, that's true. There is a sparring gear there, and I would really hate for that to just kind of go away. But unfortunately, I think it's going to have to.
All right, so you're not picking it up.
No.
All right, I'm going to discard all those cards. And then I'm going to pass the turn to Mike.
All right, so I will draw a card. Oh, hello there.
Hello there.
All right, so we're going to transform Optimus.
Good night, Massimo.
I'm going to play a sparring gear onto Skydive. And obviously, I have to attack Lionizer, so let's...
All right, so we're going to flip 2 cards. Flipping 2 cards. No white pips again. Well, if we were playing live cards, Mike would always flip first on the attack, and the defender would always flip second.
Right.
But no, not a big deal.
Computers.
So, yeah, computers. He doesn't have any orange, so...
Nope, 3 damage.
3 damage. And Lionizer is going to take 1 because he defends 2.
Cool.
Boop, and that's that. So it's discard cards. I didn't get a green, neither did Mike. And it's my turn.
I gotta pass the turn to you. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's not it.
There you go. All right, I will draw for turn. That's a thing. Okay, not exactly what I was looking for, but let's give it a shot. We're going to play Treasure Hunt.
All right, reveal those cards.
Yep, so what Treasure Hunt does is it lets me take the first 4 cards of my deck and scrap them. So I'm just going to take the top 4, I'm going to throw them on the playing field. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crazy pants. Any equipment, any upgrades that I flip go into my hand. These are all
good.
And they are all going into my hand. And now I'm going to play the composite armor on Demolisher. It's my second turn, so I can play an action, which I did, which was Treasure Hunt, and then upgrade, which is this armor here. This gives Demolisher +3 armor. Notice it says put on tanks only. I can only play this card while Demolisher is in tank mode. So that order of how I play cards and how I transform my guys is really important in this case. So now that he's still a tank, I can play composite armor, and then I will transform him. So now he's a bot that has composite armor. So his armor is now a total of 7. Massive.
Huge.
I have to attack Skydive. He's the only one tapped. Now notice Fireflight still has Brave, but there is someone who's tapped. So as long as someone's tapped, I have to attack that guy, even if someone else has Brave. Unless Fireflight was also tapped, in which case I'd have to attack Fireflight because he has Brave. I know it sounds weird, but if the person has Brave, if they're tapped, you can attack him. If everyone's untapped, you attack the guy with Brave. The thing is, if I'm able to attack someone else, I can attack that. I have to attack the person who's tapped first. So that's how that works. So I'm attacking Skydive. Demolisher into Skydive. So Demolisher's ability, I get to flip extra cards based on my armor. I have 7 armor. So I am flipping 9 cards.
9 cards.
9 cards. Flip 9. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orange. And plus the 1 from the armor itself. So that's 11 damage.
All right. I am defending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I take 3.
Jesus, that hurts.
Yeah.
All right, and I flipped some green pips. They are bashing shields. I'm actually going to take a bashing shield in my hand, and I'm going to drop an enforcement baton. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to discard those, discard this. And now the armor stays on Demolisher for now. And that is my turn.
I will draw a card. Interesting. I'm going to transform Prime. I will reveal the top card of my library. It is an Ion Blaster, so I do not get to play it. So put that back.
Only has 1 pip.
Yep.
Right, that's how that works.
It's not an action.
Oh, it's not an action.
Not an action, yeah, so I can't play it. Let's... What do we want to do here?
What are you going to do, boy?
I love
First
the
things
artwork on that card.
First, I think we vaporize the composite armor.
Yep. So it just says scrap an enemy upgrade, so the armor goes away. That's sad.
I'm more concerned about taking 1 damage than I am about you keeping that around after combat. But Firefly can't really afford to take any extra damage here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the Matrix of Leadership on Optimus Prime. Matrix is a card that gives all Autobots... Well, when this is on a leader, each of your other characters gets +1 attack. 1. It also gives +1 to the guy holding it. So it's kind of like a Lord effect for Magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's your whole team, no matter... As long as it's on an Autobot leader, which Optimus Prime happens to be. All right, and then I guess Fireflight will go into... It doesn't really matter. He's not going to kill anybody, but let's go into... just for that guaranteed delicious Pierce 1. And I will flip 2 cards. All right, there you go. 2, Pierce 1. Taste it.
All right, so I'm taking 1.
1. You got it.
Right, because he has 4 armor, so he with his low attack value here, he's not taking anything. So that's fine.
All right, and I will pass the turn to you.
All right, I'm going to draw for turn. Okay, this is a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. The thing is, I don't need to deal that much to... Well, no, because he's going to flip, especially on him. I'm I'm going to save that. I'm going to. All right, let's just get rid of. Let's get rid of Fireflight here. To get rid of, he's only flipping. He only has how much health? 3 health left. So let's say he's going to have 4 defense total if he only flips 2. So I have to deal 3. I have to deal 7 damage. He's base 7. So even if I get a buffer of a couple of points, I don't really need to use any bold cards right now. So let's do this. Let's play the Bashing Shield on Demolisher and get rid of that armor. Get rid of your sparring gear. I'm not going to worry about adding bold. So I'm going to keep my equipment on. I'm going to keep my equipment in my hand. I don't want to play anything. I mean, my actions in my hand. And let's attack Fireflight. Oof, 2 whites. That sucks. All right, so I'm dealing 9, and you're preventing 4.
Or
So you 5, and he dies. So the math checked out.
I said in the middle. Why does that?
Just scoop it over. There you go. All right, I'm tapped out, and it is Mike's turn.
Oh.
So he's got.
That's gonna be good for next turn, I guess.
He's got the big guy left, and he has an open field on my guys, so he can choose who he wants to attack. But first, he gets to transform, he gets to play an action, and he gets to play an upgrade.
So we're going to transform Optimus Prime. We're going to give Prime an energy pack. So he has 4 more health now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that's it.
That energy pack is huge. I mean,
The thing is,
because he needs it.
right now he has 25 health.
yeah. What do I do here? If I kind of can't kill anybody, so I think Prime is going to attack Demolisher just to see if he can do 3 points of damage.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All right, Prime attacks. I will flip 2 cards. Flip extra 2. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Okay, I'm not gonna take it though. All right, so I am swinging for 9 damage.
All right, and I'm preventing 5. He's taking 4.
Mm-hmm.
So let's add 1, 2, 3, 4.
I am not going to pick up this
Noble's Blaster.
Noble's Blast.
I am going to pick up my Bashing Shield.
Actually,
You get to pick first, so it's up to you.
Might not be the worst, Mike.
no, but I'm looking at what I have in my hand and like it'd be better if I just have this. All right, so I'm gonna trade Laser Cutlass for Noble's Blaster in case you actually you kill Skydive. And then I'll be stuck with a card I can't use. All right. All right, and we're done. I will untap everybody and pass the turn to you.
All right, well, let me take my card. Hold on. And let's drop the power punch. And untap, and my turn. All right. Draw for turn. That's important. All right, do we want to try and kill Skydive, or do we want to just dig into Prime here? You know what? I can kill Skydive and limit your attacks this turn, but Skydive doesn't really do anything. But it'll force me to have Prime go into Lionizer. So that is the play. That is definitely the play. Let's do a ramming speed. We'll get the power pack, energy pack off of Prime. So ramming speed is just scrap an enemy upgrade, orange tip. So I'm choosing to get rid of that power pack on General Prime because it's far too powerful. And I'm gonna let's see. So if he has tough 2 already, so he's gonna flip 4 cards. He's gonna defend 5. I'm going to deal probably 7. It's not going to be enough to kill him. So I need to add to Lionizer's attack here. So I'm going to play a grenade launcher on Lionizer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attack Skydive. So we're flipping 6 cards. And that might get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4 is 11.
I'm defending 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. So
Take 7.
He dies.
take 7 and he dies. So that grenade launcher got there. Oh, and I shuffled my deck. So bottom card goes under Nemesis Prime, making Nemesis Prime have +3 attack.
Yep. Things are not looking good for Optimus Prime right here.
Let's discard these.
His brother's angry.
And discard that. His evil clone brother, right?
Yeah.
And I will pass the turn to Mike.
Well, that's something we don't want. All right. Let's see. Now, do we nerf the attack into Lionizer? Because, I mean, killing guarantees that Prime will die. Now I regret not picking up that sparring gear earlier. I wound up not playing the card that I was going to play. Jesus. Now this doesn't do anything anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 attacks. One of which is going to be gigantic. I think he's dead, but let's see what happens. So, no buffs. Actually, I'm going to play Handheld Blaster onto Prime to give him bold 1.
All right.
And he will attack Lionizer.
Right. So let's flip.
Flip 3.
Because you got bold 1.
Oh.
Hey, there's a couple of orange in there.
All right, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 damage. I'm preventing 2, which is 9, which is enough to kill Lionizer.
Free
what I
second
didn't want.
Matrix.
No, we are going to get the sparring gear.
You still get the Matrix.
Nope. When this attacks and you flip at least blue, orange, you may
you have.
put one of your flipped upgrades onto this after the battle.
Yeah.
Why would I take the Matrix?
I don't know. I mean, either way. Wouldn't you worried about the PTT at all on that with Lionizer not wanting to kill him outright? If he would have been able to play.
Yeah, but I mean,
PTT on
at
the
this
following
point,
turn.
I'm going to eat 2. I'd rather just, if he PTTs, the game's over. So, rather just force it to PTT. But I mean, how do I turn this card? There we go.
Nope.
How do I make this like? All right, you know what? Let's just do this. Discard it, and then I'll just pull it out of my graveyard. Look at all cards. Sparring gear. There we go. All right, so I'm going to give Prime sparring gear and have at it, Chief.
All right. I'm gonna. I attached the Fire Steel Saber, which is Lionizer's weapon mode, onto Demolisher.
Awesome.
I'm gonna draw for turn. Holy crap!
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Decisions must be made here.
Is it a grenade launcher to give to Nemesis?
No. It's even better. Although I might want to do. All right. As much as I want to play the card I just drew, I'm going to play the safer play and put a bashing shield on Nemesis Prime and get rid of the sparring gear.
And that's the game.
Yeah, that tough 2 on both swings was just too much. And then I'm going to supercharge Demolisher.
Sure.
Now the Demolisher gets bold 3. He's got bold 4 from the Fire Steel Saber. He's flipping an extra 5 cards from his armor and everything. So we have 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I get the plan, which I won't. I don't need to plan, so I won't do that. So how many cards am I flipping? I'm flipping 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards. five, no, 4, 8,
Flipping
9,
14,
10,
aren't
11,
you?
12. I'm flipping 12 cards.
Plus your base 2.
Plus my base 2. Right. So somebody just double check it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 14. Right. 14
Yep.
cards.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. I'm startled by that.
Oh boy.
Which is why I didn't want to kill Lionizer.
So we have 15, Pierce 1.
Well, the good news is I'm going to live.
Yep.
I am actually defending 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll take 9.
That's still pretty good. I'm going to move these over here. So when I flip the next ones, when Nemesis Prime attacks, which he is, and I'm only flipping 2 for Nemesis Prime,
Oh, no.
which adding another 3 Pierce 1. So we're looking at, he's got 7 plus the 3 for the card underneath him. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13 Pierce 1.
All right. Defend 4. Take 9. He's alive.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Can you imagine if I still had the sparring gear?
Oh, yeah, no, you would have been alive by a lot. So where are we at here? We're still taking, we got 18. So that's good. All right, so I discard all of this. And we untap. And it is Mike's turn.
Okay. Let's energy pack Optimus.
All right. Maybe you bought yourself an attack.
Bigger they are.
Oof.
I'm not going to Pierce, but he'll get
Yeah,
the
it's
attack.
still +2 attack. Bigger they are.
And then
Gives you +2 attack. And if you attack someone that has more stars than you, you get Pierce 4. No one really has more stars than General Prime, except for
Right.
like a handful of other guys. So he's
Yeah,
not gonna
fire.
get
Yeah.
he's not gonna get that Pierce right now. I mean,
The thing was, I got greedy and I was holding this card and energy cutlass, laser cutlass. I was gonna wait for skydive, but he died before I could play any of this.
yeah.
I held these 2 cards back, but I should have picked up sparring gear before. So, oh well. All right.
That's all right.
This is gonna be 8, 9, 10, 11 damage coming at Demolisher. Let's
All right. Well, plus if you get lucky on a flip, let's see what happens.
let's see. Flip 3 cards.
And you did. You got one more.
You got an energy pack.
All right. So
So-
how many? What are we looking at?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
All right, 12 damage, and I'm flipping for defense. I don't have any blue pips in this deck. I'm telling you that right now. So he has 5 defense, and you're dealing 8, you said?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12, yeah. So I'm taking enough to kill Demolisher. Demolisher is super dead. Knocked out. The Steel Shaber also gets knocked out because it is a weaponizer. And this gets discarded, and these get discarded. All right, and that just leaves Nemesis Prime
With no damage.
with undamaged Nemesis Prime on my turn. So, draw for turn.
This could be interesting.
Yep, we're going to... what are we going to do? I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Let's just go crazy.
That's what I thought.
Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. I have 0. I have my deck has to shuffle.
Hmm?
I just shuffled.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I get another card.
Cool.
And now Nemesis Prime has 2 cards on top of him. I mean,
You should
under-
transform him to get 2 damage to me.
oh yeah. The problem is if I transform him, I lose his bonus. So that's
I know. I'm saying
I
it's
know.
a smart play right now.
It's a total
transform-
smart play.
It's totally out of left field.
Yeah, you would never expect it. The problem is you also have 2 energy packs, so that gives you +8 health.
Yeah.
So you're at 29 right now. So I still need to deal 2, 9, 11 damage. 11, 12, 13 total. It's a good thing that Nemesis deals 13 base right
Looks like
now.
you have base 13. before you picked up like 14 power punches off of Treasure Hunt, so should be okay.
I don't really need them because I'm going to play Quartermaster.
That's gross. Okay.
And I'm going to bring... Quartermaster lets me bring the Fire Steel Saber back into play and attach it to Nemesis Prime and then kill General Optimus. Hopefully kill General Optimus. So we're flipping. He has Bold 4, Plan 1. I'm not planning. But Bold 4, I'm flipping 6. There we go.
And flipping 2.
All right, so I got 6 plus 13
4
is was that 19 damage? You're defending 4. I think 15 damage will kill General.
That's it. Has died the death.
General Optimus has been defeated by his dark clone, Nemesis Prime.
I think I should have picked up that first sparring gear. Like I was like, oh, I need this. Normally you want to armor up early and then throw away weapons. Yeah. I got greedy.
Well, that was fun.
Man, this deck vomits damage at people. It's kind of
that's what this deck does. It's when I'm playing against a blue deck, you can really see that mechanic come into play where it's just I'm flipping so many cards over and over and over again, and Nemesis Prime just gets bigger and bigger. When I'm playing a deck like the Bugs deck I just played, that Tony played against, it plays differently because there's not as many turns. You're not defending as much, so the game is shorter. They're both aggression decks. So Nemesis Prime doesn't get a chance to really soup up. And since he was playing a 4-wide deck, I have a better chance of getting Nemesis Prime having Nemesis Prime being vulnerable to attack. So,
so who's playing next? What's the lineup here?
Yeah. Do you want to play something, Tony? You have a deck you want to play, or?
Yeah, we can. We could do a combiner deck, so somebody could see how that goes. I guess.
Yes.
Mike, do you want to play against him? Because I really don't have anything else lined up.
Yeah, I got a few decks.
Okay, so we have to. John, you there?
Oh, he left us to play.
John. Well, we need if we need to switch who's hosting the game, John has to switch it on the stream. So I can play one more game. Let me see.
Right, Tony, you want to jump in? Or you want me to play him one more time?
I'll play another one.
All right. How long are we going till?
Till we can go till midnight. It's scheduled to.
Okay.
So we have all night. So I can play one more game and then you two can take over the rest of the game and I'll do commentary. That's fine. But for we can play one more match.
I'm here, guys.
There he is.
Yeah, I just have my mic muted.
Oh, okay. We're gonna Tony. Who wants to host the next game, Tony or Mike?
It doesn't matter. So I'll just.
So yeah, Tony, fire up a game. John, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna stop sharing. So if you want to play an ad while we switch.
Yep. Just give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me get into the stream.
We'll be back after these messages. Hope everyone's
zoom
joining.
out. Whoops. Knockout starting soon. And I'll just get an ad going.
All right. So I'm going to close the match. I'm going to stop sharing. Let's do the switch real quick. All right. I stopped.
All right. So now I'll start a game, I guess.
Yeah. Start a game. I'm going to look for it. I'm going to spectate. Mike, you join in.
Can I just watch it on stream or not?
Are you playing or am I playing? You can play. You want to play?
Oh, all right. Sure, I'll
You play. Yeah, you play. Because I only have this Nemesis deck set up. So I see the game. You have to switch me to spectate. There you go.
There he is. He's player B, so we can fire this up.
Okay. All right. So now, do you want to? We can share my screen again because I'm spectating. So
yeah, as long as you're still here, I guess you can still share it, right?
So that's fine. So So you don't have to change the stream. Boom. There we go. We're good. So
what are you playing?
Probably aerial bots.
Aerial bots. All right.
So I can see Tony's hand, but I won't talk about it.
Nice.
Can Mike see my hand? All right. This is going to be a cluster. I haven't done combiners on here, so we'll see how this goes. It's going to be a mess. Not a lot of space.
Oh, he's playing COG.
Of course he
Yeah,
is.
but wait, we're gonna pull out more guns.
Let's wait for the ad to end. I don't know if it ended yet.
Yeah, I just gotta look at my entire deck.
Yeah, go through it, figure it out, and when we're ready to go, we'll go.
It's funny how Superion stretches the
Yeah, he's-
the deck box.
I'm scared to see what it looks like when he actually gets on the table.
Well, here's what it looks like. It's tiny.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And if I hover over him, he's pretty huge when I hover over him, at least.
I wonder if it probably wouldn't pay to just do this, just because they only. Let me see if they have all 3 modes. No, they don't. That's why they made the other character.
Yeah, you can't combine them in the traditional sense.
Oh, that'd be great. People are like, where did he come from? Well, guys, actually, these cards fold in half,
Yeah.
and there's a completely different image. Yeah.
All right.
Potions,
Looks like we're back on this. I can see the stream, which is from about 2 minutes ago, but that's cool. So let's start. Roll dice, guys. Shuffle up. You guys shuffled up. I see you shuffled up. We have Tony rolled twice. We'll go with his first roll, which is an 18, but it doesn't matter because Mike rolled a 20.
Like you do.
That's great. All right.
What do you wanna do?
I'm gonna go first.
All right.
Okay, so let me draw my hand. Draw 4. Well, that's something.
So let's talk about this stratagem you have out
All right.
first.
So this is a deck that I've been working on, tweaking for a while. Somebody just did a YouTube thing using same cards. So this is a Wave 5 card. It's not officially out yet, but Octagon, the platform we're playing on, has all the Wave 5 cards on it since they've all been spoiled. It's a stratagem that costs 1 star, and it starts on the table called More Guns. And it says, once per game, when one of your weaponizers in upgrade mode is put into your KO area, return it to the battlefield, upgrading one of your characters, flip this over. So this is like a one-time game effect that I'll get. Now, COG, if you notice, is a...
Just hover over him.
So COG is a weaponized ranged. He has 4 attack, 12 hit points, and 1 armor. He doesn't really do anything else. Costs 10 stars. If you flip him over, though, you'll see that he is a heavy force defense breaker cannon, plus 4 attack. And it says, when you put this on a character, draw a card for each character you have on the battlefield. Then you may play an upgrade onto each of your characters. If this would leave the battlefield, put it into your KO area. This is a weapon, and it gets destroyed or knocked off, or the guy carrying it dies. It hits the KO zone, but then I can flip more guns, bring it back, and get this ability again, which is actually
pretty good.
Yeah, and then I got Private Powertrain, who is the leader of the off-road patrol. I have Private High Jump, who is one of the off-road patrol. And then I used to run another off-road patrol member here, but I decided to go with Steeljaw, who is one of the cassettes that comes in the Soundwave blaster box, mainly because he's a little bit better than the other off-road patrol. Not running another off-road patrol guy does make Powertrain a little weaker, but Steeljaw has the potential to pump up my team, make COG a better attacker, and, I figured he was worth experimenting with, so that's what I've done. That's that. Tony's playing the aerial bots.
Tony's playing aerial bots, which is a combiner. So, Tony, if you want to talk about the combiners and how that function works, combiners were released in the second wave of the game. We're about to be on wave 5.
As you explain this, I'm just going to get a step.
We were supposed to get wave 5 of the game this weekend, but because we're in Bizarro Plague World right now, it's not a thing. So, but this effect of the combiners were introduced in wave 2. So, Tony, if you want to explain what combiners are and stuff, go
Sure.
for it.
So the combiners are, they can be 2 bot teams all the way up to 6 bot teams, 6 individual bots to create 1 large bot. And I'll bring them up on the table just to show you. The Superion, I don't know if you want to hover over it so it becomes larger for them to see. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. So Superion is the combined form of all of the aerial bots. So the actual physical cards themselves are creased down the middle and they fold in half. So each bot has its alt mode, and it's bot mode as traditional for all the character cards, but then they fold open, and when you turn them over, they represent 1/5 of Superion, so the artwork is on the back of the card. So there's a card in every combiner deck called the Enigma. In this deck, it's the Aerial Bot Enigma, and it's a green pip battle card, and it says if you have all of your aerial bots either on the battlefield or in the KO zone in their bot mode when you play this card, you may combine them into Superion. And then the one caveat, or the thing you need to remember, is that Superion remembers all the damage that was on all of your characters at the time the combination took place. So he never starts the game at full health. He has all the damage that all your bots had. Anyone in the KO zone, their full HP in damage goes onto your Superion, and then obviously any damage points in play will go onto Superion. So that's the theory behind them. They have the Constructicons, they have, the Dinobots, a whole bunch of different combiner teams that you can play.
Right. They have the
Predacons, the Stunticons.
Stunticons.
Yeah.
What are the other Autobot one? There's the Superior.
Optimus Maximus.
Optimus Maximus, with the Sentinels.
The Sentinels, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. All right. Aerial Bots is probably one of the, it's definitely the one that works the best as far as the combiner teams.
I think it was the only one that ever made it to top tier tables and competition.
Yeah, it would be the only one you'd really see in a competitive environment, and it was very competitive in Wave 2.
Sentinels was
Sentinels was kind of competitive as well, but Superion and the Aerial Bots actually lasted a wave longer.
I don't know that Aerial Bots is still a thing.
Nah, probably
it's not. It's just fun to play.
But it's fun because it's a combiner deck that works, and it's cool.
All right, so I get to choose. I said I was going to go first.
All right, go for it, guys.
Okay, and you drew your cards?
I did.
All right. I am going, since I don't get to play anything on my first turn, I'm going to transform Steeljaw. Steeljaw in robot mode, or lion mode as it is, says each of my characters that has 10 stars or more gets bold 1. That would be Cog. So Cog is going to attack the guy with Brave, Fireflight, because I have to. Now I'm going to flip 3 cards. Right. Okay, Cog is dealing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
8 defending, 4 takes 4.
Okay, and then I am going to drop a confidence for this enforcement bonds. And has to turn to you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Draw my card for turn. What a stinker.
Can you somehow kill Cog in this turn?
Can I kill Cog in this turn? I would try not to. Thank you.
I'm kidding.
I was a joke. I know.
Hey, Dave.
How you doing? Let's go ahead and transform the Bravo Man. Now, let's do our 1 card for the turn. Let's throw an extra padding on Mr. Skydive. And let's send Skydive into the Cog.
Keg.
Keg.
All right, here goes. This is the part where Cog usually flips blue.
Attack is 3.
There it is. I defend 2.
Glad I could be of service.
Yep, it always happens. Okay.
Can you get your crosshairs off my Fireflight? He's getting aggravated.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's got the bullseyes on him.
That's true.
Okay.
And turn is yours, sir.
Cool. Let me draw a card here. All right. Now I have to swing into a guy with tough 2.
Tough 3.
Enviable position. Tough 3. Well, now. All right, so let's go ahead and transform Steeljaw. Steeljaw is now giving my entire team bold 1. I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to play Confidence. Confidence is a card that says draw 2, then scrap 2. And then I can, if I started the game with only Autobots, which I did, I can play an action. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. Wow. Okay, so we're going to discard Improvised Shield. We're going to discard Matrix of Leadership. For my action, I'm going to play Reckless Charge. I'm going to target High Jump. And I'm going to play a Matrix of Leadership onto Powertrain. He is an Autobot leader, so he will give my entire team +1 attack and Pierce 1.
So let's explain Reckless Charge real quick.
Sure.
Reckless Charge will give High Jump +4 attack, but after the attack's over, he's going to take 3 damage. And the Matrix of Leadership, which we've seen previously, gives all the Autobots +1 attack and Pierce 1. Not all the Autobots. If it's on an Autobot leader, which it is.
All your characters.
All the characters, right. You can only play an Autobots, but all the characters get Pierce 1 and +1 attack. Pretty good.
So, High Jump is going to swing it on Skydive. So basically, let me take that away before you get annoyed. He has Bolt 2. So I'm going to flip 4 cards. Flip X. So flip 4. Get some white pippage. Nice. Okay. So, High Jump has 3 base attack. +1 from the Matrix makes 5. +4 from Reckless Charge is 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's rough for
that's
my,
that's Xax's death.
Yes, it is.
From a 4-star bot.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey, all right, he's gonna take 3 damage because my turn is now ending.
I'm gonna drop the handheld blaster for petting. And then
Disgusting power of Reckless of Confidence.
Amen.
And I'm gonna pass the turn to you, but it looks like you never passed it to me. So there you go.
I don't know if that's. I still don't know if that actually works. If that's like a thing, I don't know.
In Octagon, you can pass the turn to somebody. In this game, it's not to do anything. In other games, it's a big deal.
Oh, all right. So it doesn't. It's not really relevant for what we're doing.
And also, it tracks in the chat in Octagon what happens on each turn, so it'll affect that, but it doesn't really affect regular gameplay.
Oh, okay. Let's do. Decisions. Let's put. This is interesting. So he's already done 4. So let's go ahead and do the Cutlass on Fireflight. Transform. Let's do that.
You're loading up to attack Cog, huh? Good choice.
You know it. No, I'm going to be swinging into you, man. High Jump. You boy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so let's just do that. Tap you. We're going into High Jump. Not even going to bother with crosshairs here. And then let's do Flip X 2.
All right, I defend whatever his armor value is, which is 1.
So we're doing 2, Pierce 3.
So 2.
2.
All right. He's alive. I did more damage to my guy than. Wait, damage function.
You went down.
Yeah, I know. I said the wrong thing. I went to add the amount of damage he took.
You can just use F1.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All those keyboard keys.
I don't
Yeah,
believe it.
numbers and letters and whatnot.
All right, you done?
Yep.
All right, pass the turn to me.
Sure.
Ooh, baby. Okay, let's transform Steeljaw. And you just have this Fireflight just sitting there. Just sitting there. I'm gonna do something interesting here. Do I want to present a delicious target other than, unless you have some kind of direct damage, which you might actually. All right, let's do this. I'm going to play Enforcement Batons onto Steeljaw. Actually, yeah, onto Steeljaw. Get rid of that in case I don't kill him. And then we're not going to play an action. I'm just going to swing Steeljaw into Fireflight. Steeljaw has bold 1, so I'm flipping.
Now that Enforcement Baton forced Tony to discard his Laser Cutlass.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, there's the formation for you.
Enigma.
You're defending 3. I'm dealing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So taking 5, and he's dead. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do this and that, and then we'll KO him.
All right.
I'd pass the turn back to me.
Here you go, bro.
How you doing?
Hey.
Hey. All right. So.
All right.
So now the card that Tony just brought into his hand was the Enigma that allows his aerial bots to form Superion. But before he's able to do that, all of his aerial bots, whether they're knocked out or on the board, have to be in bot mode. So right now, he has all his aerial bots on the board in bot mode, but his guys that are knocked out are both in plane mode. So he has to get them transformed. And he can do that while they're in the graveyard, but he can only do 1 a turn.
Right, but it allows us to see how far away Superion is from forming. So right now,
he's at least 2 turns away right now.
he's 2 turns away.
Correct. All right, so let's do Laser Cutlass on. So if we do that, he's gonna get hammered. Yeah, I just love this cog deck. Oh, so we did transform Silverbolt. So let's go ahead and ping. Let's ping Steeljaw.
Hey.
Let's marksmanship Steeljaw.
So he's got 3 damage.
3 damage on him, yep.
Okay.
And then let's put Laser Cutlass on Air Raid. And let's attack Steeljaw with Air Raid. So the attack will be 5 base, and it's probably not going to go any higher than that. But yeah, so flip 2 cards. So 5 pierce 3.
I defend 1. Take 4. So now that you've attacked, I need to ask you some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, why didn't you just kill High Jump with Silver?
Oh, just because I was looking at the enabler of a lot of the heavy bold strategy portion. And to be perfectly frank, I didn't even hover over him to glance to see that he had 6 health in the first place.
You neglect High Jump at your peril. All right.
I know, he's very powerful.
Okay, so I'm going to go draw a card. Okay. I got to take this card out of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
But I had an idea that it would be good, and I don't know that it is. All right, so we're going to transform Steeljaw. All my guys get bold 1. I'm going to play head-on collision, targeting Powertrain, and he will attack Alpha Bravo.
Oh, also scrap the enforcement batons from Steeljaw, because Air Raid did damage to it.
All right. I am flipping 4 cards. Flip X 4. All right, so we're looking at let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Good night.
You're attacking with Powertrain?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 11 block 3 is 8, which is exacts.
Mike's deciding if he wants to take that enforcement.
Yeah, I don't want it. I'm good. Okay. I was debating picking it up, but I don't know. It passed turn to you, even though it's your turn.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey, so you still have 1 more turn, correct?
I do.
Goes up.
Let's see.
Yep. So even if he transforms one of his guys in his knockout, he still can't form Superion. So Mike's going to get 1 more attack before that happens. So we'll see how it all plays out.
See how we want to do this. We can either do that. Yeah, that's probably better. So let's try. I don't know if this is going to be the right move for now, but we'll probably just do it and see. So let's put padding on Silverbolt. Let's. We only got to do 1 to him.
What are your thoughts?
Well, so what I'm thinking is, well, either way, we can get rid of 2 here.
Right. You have
So
2 guys to attack.
So I got 2 guys to attack, and you can see my hand, so you know what I can do here.
I actually can't. You have it not visible to spectators.
Oh, do I? Oh.
Which is fine. I don't need to see it.
All right. So basically, here's what I'm thinking. So we got to do 1 damage to High Jump. Yep. And we got to do 2 damage to Steeljaw.
Yeah.
So I think what we can do to guarantee that we get them off the board, which is going to leave me, it's fine. We'll just do it this way.
So you already played your upgrade this turn. You played
right. So now I have an action that I would like to play, and I've done my transformation in the KO zone.
Yep.
And now I'm going to play Inferno Breath, and I will tap Silverbolt, and I will deal 3 damage to Steeljaw.
Ready.
That will knock him out.
Then Alpha Bravo has Pierce, so I'll be able to get the lethal damage on High Jump, so I will send Alpha Bravo into High Jump.
So what Inferno Breath does is you tap one of your characters that has 5 stars or less. All the aerial bots are 5 stars or less, and it's just an instant direct damage 3 to another bot.
So 2 Pierce 3 into High Jump.
Yep. And with the Pierce on Alpha Bravo, it will automatically deal 3 damage on the attack as long as he has 3 attack, which he doesn't. So it's going to deal 2 damage, which is still enough to kill High Jump. And now since everyone's tapped, it's the end of the turn. Everyone untaps, even on Mike's side. There we go. And since Anthony attacked last, Mike, it's your turn.
All right. Hmm.
What are you thinking, sir?
Me?
Yeah. Now,
We're
from
gonna
what
play a Static Laser of Ironhide onto Cog.
Mhm.
This is a card that says he has +3 attack, and when he attacks and is not Ironhide, he takes 2 damage. So
we're trying to get Cog dead.
yeah. So Cog is going to attack Alpha Bravo.
Mhm.
He has no bold, so he will just flip 2 cards. Okay, so Cog is dealing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 defending, 3 takes 8. And
Exact again.
he's just on the exact train.
I'm going to trade I'm going to trade Rollout, which is the card I was complaining about before. to take it out, I think. I'm going to cut it. It's not holding its weight. All right.
So we're good.
Your turn, Anthony.
All
What
right.
do we got?
Well, let's do the thing.
Draw for turn.
Yep, I drew for turn.
Oh, wait. I have to put damage on Cog.
Right, from,
Yes, dose
from
damage
Ironhide.
for the laser. Yeah, the laser.
All right, he plays the Enigma, which allows him to form Superion.
Now,
So
how does
basically-
Superion appear on this thing? Oh, there he is. He's so tiny.
Yeah, I know. It's so terrible.
When we're playing with actual cards, he is the size of 5 oversized cards. It's
Yeah,
pretty-
he's great.
it's
He's
really
huge.
impressive to see when you're playing with real cards. This does not give you the same grandeur.
No, it looks much cooler in person to the point where you glue it to foam board because it's just one of those spectacles. Yeah.
Now, you notice the equipment that was on Silverbolt carries over onto Superion, which is a big deal.
So basically, let's see if we can just add damage by a number. I'll just do it this way.
Yeah, you can add X.
I just push the button all the way up because he's basically forming super close to death.
Yep. He only has, what, 9 hit points?
8 hit points left.
8 hit points left. There you
Yeah, but he has
go.
3, so it's not like...
Yeah, it's not like it's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, tough 3 right now.
Also, when he forms, do 3 damage to an enemy. So I will do 3 damage to Mr. Power Tree.
Cog?
No, for goodness sakes. Just keep wanting me to attack Cog.
Yeah.
I mean, kill him for you.
Now you're attacking him.
I have to. That I can't help that. So, yep. We got bold 1. So let's see what happens.
I'm defending 1.
You flipped a lot of cards.
Yeah, well, that doesn't amount to much. So, we are doing 6 Pierce 3.
I'm defending 1, so I will take 5. Go to 8.
Now, do we want the padding is the question.
You only have 1 card in hand. So when
I
you
know,
take
it's got to be one of those really good trades.
Yeah, when you take a card into your hand from the green pips, you have to discard a card. So
Yep,
it's a
that's the
choice.
truth. I will opt not to.
All right.
And then I will pass it to Mike.
All right. That's useless.
That
I like hearing that.
was a terrible card I just drew.
Let's piece through Tyranny.
Of course.
Oof.
If I won't do it for you, you do it yourself.
Now, Peace Through Tyranny is a card that says you can KO one of your characters that has 6 stars or more, so he has to be worth killing. If you do, take an extra turn after this one. So he's going to kill Cog, I suppose?
Yeah, well, I can't kill him.
So
We're
So-
going to remove all the damage counters from him here. So that's going to be 0.
Yep.
And then we're going to untap him. We're going to flip him over. He's going to lose the static laser of Ironhide. He's going to attach himself here to Powertrain, who's now wielding a weapon that is bigger than him.
Bigger.
I'm going to draw 1 card because that's all I get.
Thank
Yep.
God.
The heavy force defense breaker that Cog turns into allows you to draw a card for every character you have in play, which
Right.
unfortunately right now is only Powertrain.
That's why I did what I did a couple of turns ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we're going to play Bashing Shield for free and knock off the extra padding.
Let's hope Tough 2 gets us there.
I'm gonna get 2 attacks here. So
Yep, because Mike gets an extra turn and we're on the wheel because both of them will be tapped. Everyone will untap and then Mike gets to go again. Pretty
can we
broken.
just look at Powertrain's other mode or no?
Why not?
Well, I just want to look at it. I'm not going to transfer. I just want to see because he only gets three base attack, 3 armor. It doesn't really matter. It basically makes more sense to leave him in truck mode at this point.
Also, he can't be marksmanship.
3, right? 3.
I don't think I'm surviving this PTT anyway, so.
Well, I mean, let's see. He does have tough 2. It's like it's not nothing. All right, so let's attack. He has bold 1, so I'm flipping 3 cards. Flip 3.
There's a double blue pip.
Oh, God.
So I'm dealing 3. I'm dealing 8, 9, 10, 11.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So he goes to 37 on this attack. Not looking good for our hero.
All right, then we're going to get rid of all this stuff. And we're going to untap.
Yep, new turn, so everything gets
I'll
discarded, everything
My
untapped.
turn. Oh, God.
And now Mike gets to go again. He gets to do a whole actual turn because of Peace Through Tyranny. So he gets to draw, he gets to play two cards, he gets to play an action and upgrade. So yeah, Peace Through Tyranny is pretty good in this situation. Like, unfortunately, you have to lose a bot to play it. But because you want Cog to die,
Yeah.
it's not a bad play.
Well, you play it in the Lionizer Nemesis deck we were playing to kill off your Lionizer faster.
I
So.
certainly do.
What's good about in this deck is that Cog requires so much effort to kill that people just purposely ignore him, or you set it up for the fact that he can't get attacked or whatever. So, all right. So now I'm going to discuss strategy options with you. So while I can probably win this turn, I want to be able to do something. So now I could play an improvised shield, which would scrap Cog off, activating more guns, which would then bring Cog back. It would draw me a card and allow me to play something for free. But right now, Powertrain doesn't really need any more equipment. I'd be basically looking to draw an action. So I think that instead of doing that, I'm actually just going to play Well, this doesn't really do too much either, because I'll throw away 2. I'm going to draw 2, scrap 2, play an action. Yeah, I guess I might as well. All right, so let's just confidence, right? I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. There we go, baby. Okay, we're going to throw away improvised shield, and we're going to throw away rollout. We're going to play head-on collision off of confidence. And that's, I think, what we needed. So now we go to combat. He attacks
Head-on collision gives him +3 attack
while he's in
alt mode, which he is in. So that's awesome.
There was no permutation of cards that was saving Superion no matter what you did, so it didn't matter.
Correct.
So he's flipping 3 because he has bold 1. So him. All right, so we're looking at 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage.
Dazed it.
Yep. Welcome to the off-road patrol. Now,
Yeah, there you go. Cog is was a heavily underplayed card, like for a long time.
the only time anybody was even using it was in that permutation of the infinite turn deck, I think. And then once that got not really nerfed, but people found another way to go about it.
Yeah.
Him with Springer and the that's that card that lets you play stuff at the end of your turn when I forget what it's called.
Conversion engine.
Yeah, that where Springer just vomits out cards and then plays
EMP
I think
wave.
it is. Yeah. But yeah,
That's a fun deck.
the other thing is though, in this new wave, it's going to be possible to play what looks like a 3-wide aggro deck. It's actually a 5-wide aggro deck.
Because of the heads, right?
Maybe even a 6-wide aggro deck, I think, right? So I don't know that these patrol guys are going to be long for this earth,
Yeah. Well, let's also explain in the new set, they're introducing headmasters, which was from the later ages of the.
Well, hold on, Mike.
Oh,
It so happens that I have a deck prepared that will show off that particular mechanic.
okay. Let's play it.
All right.
Mike, Tony, you have something else to play against?
Yeah, I got a couple of other things queued up.
All right, so let's let's go to game. You can both scoop, so it clears off your deck. So you can right click scoop,
Scoop it.
and then go to game, load deck, and you guys can pick new decks.
All right.
So we don't have to reset the stream.
Mm.
All right. So this deck, I don't know if it's going to be good. I just kind of threw it together yesterday. What did I just? Oh shit! Well, I just cursed.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's after dark.
It just merged both of my decks together. How do I?
Oh, hit reset. Go to game reset. You're probably gonna have to do that too, Tony.
Oh, we got to reset.
It just merged two of my decks into one 80 card deck.
Oh no, my nothing on my panel has anything in it, like my hand or anything like that is completely empty. Let me see if it does it. I don't know.
Yeah, I see a deck now. I see a cool deck.
Mhm.
That's a cool deck too, Mike.
We're gonna see. I don't know.
All right, it's a fun deck. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
Now you can choose which card goes on. Yeah, there you go. You got it. And you can put that guy underneath everybody too. All right.
all right. So for people who are wondering, oh god, Omega Supreme. Is this two blue decks against each other? This is
It's
gonna
the
be
blue mirror. It's going to be abysmal.
That's
All right. So Fortress Maximus is one of the new cards who's a head. What do they call it? Titan Master.
Titan Master.
Or
Yeah.
Titan Master, whatever.
Titan Master. Yeah.
Fortress Maximus starts off in what mode is this?
Fortress mode.
Fortress alt mode. 8 attack, 15 health, 2 armor. When this defends and you flip at least white blue, do 1 damage to the attacker. This begins with Cerebros, City Commander, on him in head mode. That's
Guys, I'm just going to get up for 1 second. I'll be right back.
You got me.
Cerebro has bold 1, tough 1. He gives that to the guy he's equipped to. So Fortress Maximus to start the game will have bold 1 and tough 1. It says this begins the game on Fortress Maximus, Great War Veteran in head mode. Begins with a character on him in head mode. This can't flip. When Fortress Maximus is KO'd, deploy him to the battlefield in body mode, even if Fortress Maximus is
Last character.
All right, so when whatever his name is, Cerebros is in robot mode, you see he has no head. That's where this guy comes in. Hello. So basically, Cerebros says he has bold 1, tough 1, 6 attack, 8 health, 1 armor. When this battles and you flip at least white, orange, black, blue, you may play an upgrade from your scrap pile onto this. And then the head that I've chosen to give him will give him tough 3. So actually, Cerebros will have tough 4. Not that I think it's going to help him in this matchup because blue decks tend to play a lot of Pierce, so this is probably a terrible matchup for Fortress Maximus. Plus, I threw this deck together in like 8 minutes the other day, so I don't know how good it's going to be. I'm going to roll a die while Tony's away. I got an 18.
All right. You want to make you want to put Cerebros on stick out?
Yeah, I should probably put his head on, right?
Yeah.
Come on, Cerebros. Transform. There we go.
All right.
All right, so now Tony's playing the Omega Supreme Combiner team.
Yes.
You're back.
Yes, I am back. So we want to do a little rundown on that?
Yeah, good.
Sure. So similar to the aerial bots I just played, this is another combiner team. This is 3-bot team. You have Omega Supreme Spaceship, who's statted at 4, 12, 0 armor. He says, when this attacks, you may scrap 2 cards from your hand. If you do, scrap an enemy upgrade. And then he has a clause, when your opponent reshuffles their deck, if you have Omega Supreme Tank and Omega Supreme Base on the battlefield or in the KO area, combine them with this into Captain Omega Supreme. So the tank shares that same clause from when your opponent shuffles your deck combine, but it has, when this attacks, you may scrap 2 cards from your hand. If you do 1 damage to an enemy. And then finally, the Omega Supreme Base is 0 attack, 12 health, 1 armor. When this defends, do 2 damage to the attacker, and your opponent scraps the top 2 cards of their deck. So this is the one we want our opponent attacking as much as possible, which is why we put elements in the deck to sort of ensure that that happens. So,
like me having a 1-call team.
I just highlighted Captain Omega Supreme, which is the combined version of the spaceship, tank, and base. He is 7 attack, 33 health, and 3 armor, and he has Pierce 4 built in, which is pretty good.
But when he attacks, you may scrap 4 cards from your hand. If you do, scrap all the defender's upgrades, then do 1 damage to each enemy. And we have ways in the deck to fill our hand up with cards, because 2 out of the 3 single pieces plus Omega Supreme himself have abilities that want you to pitch excess cards. So we have the ability to draw more cards, so we can actually make use of some of his abilities. So
sounds good.
All right, so I rolled an 18.
I will roll a.
It is 20. Make sure you guys shuffled. I didn't know if you guys shuffled or not.
I'm going to shuffle now.
Yeah, there we go.
Couple of shuffles. And
all right. So Tony, you playing or?
I am
passing?
going to. I will take the draw here. So I'll go second. Yeah.
So I'm getting 4 cards, correct?
Yes.
All of these would be amazing to play now. But it can't. All right, so I don't know. Omega Supreme. Do any of them have Brave?
Not yet.
All right, so let's go. We're going to target the guy with 0 armor. What does this say? When your opponent? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so
no
he
respect.
attacks. No.
No.
Attacks Omega Supreme. I have bold 1, so I'm flipping 3 cards. Flip 3. Look at that delicious blueness. All right, 8.
8. Defending 2. Take 6.
Okay, have fun attacking me with all your dudes.
You got it.
All right, pass turn. Bam.
Let's make sure that. Hey, you did the pass turn thingy. All right,
Hey.
so let's draw a card. So we get to do one thing. Well, I guess let's make it relevant. So let's go ahead and put the old cutlass on this.
You guys has 0 attack.
Actually, I can't put that one on that one. I can only put on the other ones. They have, well, one of them has 0 attack. He's the most special.
Can you even equip laser cutlass to any of these guys?
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Not the one that I wanted to. I just forgot he was 8. We'll put the padding on, and we're actually going to send him in regardless into your boy. Flip 2. The attack is 0.
Okay, I take 0 with proud.
Math checks out.
Yep.
And I will pass.
No, keep going.
Oh, that's right. Why did my hand turn white?
What?
All the cards in my hand turn white.
Like you can't see them, or
Yeah, they're turned upside down.
Oh,
and then-
you might have clicked on Mike's name.
Oh. If I
Yeah.
click it again, will it undo it?
Click your name.
Why the hell did that do that?
Maybe you tried passing the turn and just misclicked.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not doing anything.
Then right click and go
Oh,
to
there we
visit.
go. I don't know
Okay,
what that
you
was.
got
It
it?
just came back somehow.
All right. Yay.
That was the thing. So
All right, we're good.
tank.
Yep.
It's going to be 3.
Take 1 damage.
And then what I'll do is I'll
Take
switch.
1.
Yep, take 1. I'm going to swap
How much damage are you swinging for?
3.
2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Nothing happens.
What I am going to do, though, is take that to scoop this up. And
Why am I
then
running this card in this deck? This is super weird. All right. I'm going to dump Force Field. I'm not really sure why that's here. For Sparring Gear.
and then spaceship. Is going to be 4.
All right. Flip 3. 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
Oh, Omega Supreme sort of huffs. All right. Whoops. Put these a little too close to the Maximus here. All right, discard. So he combines when I blow through my deck.
Yep. I can't see when that happens, so you got to let me know when that actually happens.
Okay. What's happening? I'm just not going to tell you. I'm cheating.
That's bad.
All right.
You can actually click on his name and it'll show you how many cards left are in his deck.
Just click on his name, single click.
Yep.
Oh, that's why it was showing me his hand and stuff face down. So
Yeah.
he's got 23 cards left in his hand. Yeah, okay. Or a deck, rather.
23 in his hand's a big hand.
That's a big hand. I did that the other day with Sunstorm.
And he had 23 attack. That's
it was pretty awesome.
crazy. That's incredible.
Did you play secret action again?
Shift.
You have to shift, hold, and drag onto the board.
All right. There's a secret action. Shh.
I think this is our first secret action.
Yeah, this could be our first secret action.
You want to explain that, Mike?
Yeah, so when you play a secret action, it's an action you play, but it's face down. Your opponent can't see it. There are now cards in Wave 5 that allow you to look at cards. But for now, we'll just say that it's a secret action. You can't look at it. And it only gets revealed if your opponent does something to trigger its effect. So, all right. And then I think we're going to... So many choices here. I just lived through 3 attacks. Nothing happened. So let's go with a Sparring Gear. Oh, it's a Fortress Maximus. Oh, by the way, your tank took 1 damage before when he attacked me.
My tank took 1?
Yeah, whenever I flip blue and white.
Oh, you flip blue white. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're going to try to continue on hitting this guy with no armor. So let's attack whatever this is, the spaceship. All right, I have bold 1. Flip 3 cards. Bada bing. There you go. 8 damage.
Fenning 2. Take 6.
He's dead.
Yes, he is.
All right. And pass turn to you, my friend.
All right. So let's go ahead and lead off with the Universal Network Access.
Oh, God. Just so you know, I have 20 cards in my library and 17 in my scrap pile.
All right. Outstanding.
I might get there. I mean, I do have a Sparring Gear on, so I do have tough 3.
All right. So he hasn't taken any. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. So let's do Pocket Processor on
like what I'm hearing.
Hmm?
So I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You drew cards and played a thing that doesn't do anything. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, that's where we're at right now.
That's where we are.
That's where we're at, man. This hand is fantabulous.
Sounds it.
Yeah. I don't know why, but when I play with paper cards, it seems to be more substantive.
Mhm.
Oh, well.
It's the computer.
It must be. It
Yeah.
doesn't like me. Ow. Actually, that was dumb. Hang on.
All right, you're slow.
Can I I'm fading here over here with like falling asleep. Can I make a correction to one of my plays here?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're not going to play Pocket Process. Oh my God, that's such a better move.
Yeah. Well, all right. So, so let's do that. Start there.
Sure.
Now we'll get the
Wait,
trigger.
Hold on.
Yep.
Hold. Scrap that axe, my friend.
Wow.
So that secret action that was just played is sabotaged armaments, which makes your the person attacking scrap all their weapons, which is a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Either way, we're gonna go ahead and scrap handheld blaster.
Wait, what?
Yeah, for the ability. I'm gonna do 1 damage to your
You
guy.
may scrap 2 cards from your hand. If you do 1 damage to an enemy. Okay.
So we'll do that, and we'll pitch. Meh. At this point, we'll just pitch the processor. Do 1 damage to Fort Max, and then the swing is going to be 3.
Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yep. So take nothing, and then
Cool.
yeah. Well, that's a big whopper swing for Zilch.
2, 3.
Look at all these good cards that I didn't draw.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. You defend it all.
Okay, let's scrap all of this. I have 6 cards left in my library. I'm gonna draw 1 now. I guess we're gonna untap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fortress Maximus. All right. Wow. Oh my God. This guy has 2 armor and this guy has 1 armor, and this guy doesn't attack for any damage, so I don't care. Yeah.
You don't want to attack him anyway.
Can't read. Yeah, he's ranged. All right, so we're gonna put a sturdy javelin on Fortress Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have a question.
What's up?
There.
Yeah, what's going on?
So when he attacks me next turn, right? I'm gonna flip more than 5 cards. I'm gonna flip 3 cards here. If I flip a white card, Omega Supreme happens, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
What happens in mid-attack? Does Omega Supreme just appear at me?
He does form, yeah. But the attack is not for, I don't believe, for his primary output. I think it's for
Why is-
whoever the attacker was.
Really?
Because it happens after attacks were declared. And I think similarly on defense still applies, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna put another secret action.
Your opponent
Not secret.
shuffles their deck.
Okay, I don't know why that didn't work. And then I just want to put as much damage on Omega Supreme as I can here. So I think Fortress Maximus, this guy has 12 hit points and this guy has 9. let's attack. I'm going to attack this guy. Attack the tank. Actually, no. I'm going to attack the base. Actually, no. I lied. Attack the tank.
Yeah, attack the base, said nobody ever.
Yeah. So we'll attack. I'm going to throw the javelin. Do 2 damage to him.
To the tank?
Yeah. And then I will flip 3 cards. Hey, I shuffled. You now have an Omega Supreme.
So we make Omega Supreme.
There you go. Yeah, he comes together.
And he's got currently, what is it? We had 3 damage on. So he's got 15 damage on him as of right now. I hate that he's so small.
18 left.
Yep.
18 left. And the actual defense here was 7.
All right. Take 1.
All right. So that's that. This is still here. Actually, no, it should have been less because he's still wearing an extra padding. So let me take the top card of my deck and put it on the table.
So now, does he have 3 armor? Like, who am I attacking right now? Like, when I attack, like, Omega Supreme form, so he would have 3 armor, correct? Not 1, like the guy that I was attacking?
It's still going into the tank.
Really? Even though Omega Supreme is on the table?
Yeah, you're using the tank's armor.
All right, so...
And the damage goes on Mega Supreme, but yeah, that's how it was ruled in the...
So he's actually taking 2 damage then?
Yeah, 2, not 1. Yeah, there we go. And I'll KO all these guys over here so it's not as jarring to look at. And then...
Right.
All right.
And pass to you.
Okay. All right. So now let's do...
What does Omega Supreme even do? Pierce 4. When this attacks, you may scrap 4 cards from your hand. If you do, scrap the defender's upgrades, then do 1 damage to each enemy.
So let's see. So we got, that's 10 Pierce 6. 10 Pierce 6. Do we do this now? Probably not. Yeah, let's just attack.
Are you scrapping any cards?
I am not scrapping cards.
All right, then. So let's flip. Wait, hold on a second.
Flip it over, whatever it is.
Flip over hidden fortification.
Hey.
It's 3, 4, 5. I have tough 6. So I'm flipping 7 cards. I'm sorry. I'm flipping 8 cards. Flip 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, it's 10 Pierce 6, so take 6.
Take 6, go to 7. Damage functions, set damage 7. Bajizaram. All right, so then discard all this. Whoops. Discard. Untap everybody. I hate that I got to keep moving. All right. Draw a card. Oh man, really? All right. I love to transform him, but I feel like I don't want to. You know, like I have a better chance of. Oh wait, did I flip any white in that? I didn't see. I don't remember.
You flipped a bajillion cards.
1, 2. Yeah, I flipped the force field, so take 1 damage. All right. Gonna play a no.
I actually, sorry guys, I have to interrupt. I messed that ruling up. the 3 armor is what he would be attacking against. He would be going against
Yeah, that's
Captain
what I
Omega
thought.
Supreme.
Yeah.
So you
And if he
get
appears in mid-attack, he's attacking as Omega Supreme. Not,
yes. The attack would then transfer to Captain Omega Supreme, not.
all right, so basically he
not
would have had
Cap.
2 more armor. So just put him down to 15.
Okay.
Yep, you're good.
I'll put him down at 16 because I already scooped 1 because I thought it was 1, but it'll actually be
all right.
yeah, so 16.
All right, so I'm going to put a Nobles Blaster on Fortress Maximus, and then I'm going to play the bigger they are. I'm pretty sure that he has more stars.
Did you guys see that comment in the chat?
No. I don't-
It says, "Gents, the attack goes into Captain Omega's combined defense since he
Yeah.
combines on Fort Maximus attack."
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
He's
thought.
100% right.
Yeah.
I was actually searching the FAQ while he was probably typing that. So yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Eddie.
All right, so let's do Fortress Maximus into Omega Supreme. I hate blue versus blue. So boring. All right, so here we go. Bold 1, flip 3 cards. Flip 3. Oh, look, we got an orange. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Pierce 4.
Defending 6, so taking 7.
Taste it.
Taste it.
Right. I'm going to scrap this handheld blaster with this fancy artwork for this other sparring gear. And discard the thingamajig.
This is a good grindy match.
Oh my god, it's so boring.
You know, the stream does end in 15 minutes.
I know,
20.
we might not make it.
Hey, this is real life. This is what a game looks like.
Well, I don't know that anybody plays Omega. in real
I don't
life.
think anyone's playing either of these decks, but
Yeah.
it's still.
Not as of yet, they're not.
I'm going to point out that Fortress Maximus has taken 7 damage this entire game.
Yeah, there is something to be said when
Six
you know,
of it was last turn.
and then when he transforms into Cerberus, he's gonna have 4 tough. Something
Yeah,
seems pretty good about that.
Omega Supreme has Pierce 4 though, so it's like, and if I can't get rid of this Energon Axe, it's gonna be a problem. Oh look, more padding.
So now he has more tough,
And the bigger they are.
and the bigger they are. This is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Riveting gameplay.
Hey man. All right, what am I flipping here? Tough 2, tough 3, so I'm flipping 5 cards. Flip.
So the attack is 12, but since you have more stars than I do,
Yes. Do I? How is that possible?
what are you at? What's your star count? 14?
14. Omega Supreme has.
Oh, no, I'm 22. I'm combination. So I'm
Huh?
getting +2. So 7, 10, 12, Pierce 6.
Take 1 damage. This ability is actually kind of working here. All right, so I'm defending 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how much are you dealing?
12, Pierce 6.
So I take 6. So I am alive still. Okay. I'm at 13. Set damage to 13. And I got some delicious green cards over here. I don't know if I want that sparring gear, and I do have Hold the Line, which is hilariously terrible against Mega Supreme. Yeah, I can only take 22. How much damage?
22 damage, yeah.
I can only take 22. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold.
Doesn't the star count for the head counts towards?
I'm still not gonna equal his.
You're still at only 18. I don't know. Does Cerberus's head?
Yes, I think I believe it does.
So if it all adds up, then it's
Well,
24.
he's at 21 with the head that's on him
No,
right
the
now.
head
and
that's not visible doesn't. I don't think counts.
Doesn't yeah. All right.
Visible.
so he's 1 star shy right now of
Right.
my guy.
If all the heads counted at well, here's the thing. Cerberus.
Cerberus counts. He's 7 stars.
He's
So
7 stars, but isn't he also now 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Isn't he 11 stars because his head counts to,
Yeah,
add,
but Omega
to add to his stars, and then
Omega
all those
Supreme
stars
doesn't-
added to
not
Fortress
going to
Maximus?
trigger bigger they are. Like Omega Supreme is bigger than Fortress Maximus. Period. So bigger they are, he needs to be attacking somebody bigger than him.
Well, let's see. Omega Supreme is 22 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Fortress Maximus with both heads.
No, it only counts the head that's on him. The other head is like not visible on the battlefield right now.
Gotcha.
Russian nesting doll stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Now, this doesn't really do.
But I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
Cerberus plus his head is 11 stars.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be 11 plus?
No. Okay.
No.
Right now on the battlefield, all we have that's visible is Fortress Maximus and Cerberus. So it's the only thing that counts.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
if this counted, then I would also be getting a further tough 3.
Gotcha. No, that
Which
makes
I'm-
sense.
which
you're
I'm not.
Which you're not getting. So it's not adding it all together.
Correct.
All right.
All right. So
just
now
just clearing up the question from chat. We're all
I'm
good.
actually wondering if I should transform him into there's no guarantee I'm gonna flip orange or black. I didn't really build a deck with this mode in mind. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if it's better if I just leave him. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him.
I really got to build this Fort Max deck.
All right, so I'm not gonna. All this Pierce is killing me right now.
Well, you have Pierce too.
Not right now. I don't. Not built
No.
in die with it.
No, that's true.
I just need to do. I feel like I'm miles away from doing anything here. Well, he's dead next turn no matter what, so I'm not going to waste any cards. So Fortress Maximus attacks. I have bold 1, so I'm flipping 3 cards. Flip 3. Bada boom. Delicious. All right, it's 10 damage coming at you.
10 damage, blocking 7, taking 3.
This is a slugfest.
It's
Yeah,
boring.
This is where it's at.
Sucks, man. This is the worst.
Play blue, people. It's a good time.
You go.
I'm going. Let's do Universal Network Access.
Oh my god.
Hey, how you doing? Now, this time, I think we're actually going to do the thing. Now, let me ask you something. So when Fort Max dies and you deploy the
Cerberus.
Cerberus, he's going to...
Cerberus.
Is he going to retain sparring gear and Noble's
No.
Blaster? No. So those will just go. All right. So at that point, then it doesn't make any sense. So then we'll just go ahead and put a pocket processor on. And we'll swing. 2. And the attack will be 10, Pierce 6.
Cool. I defend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take 6 and die. Okay.
And I take another damage because you flipped a white blue.
I did flip a white. All right, so discard all that. Fortress Maximus dies. Let me KO him. Goodbye, Maximus. All right, so now we have a dude here with he deploys in robot mode. So let's just do that. All right, so he is
Looks so weird.
I know.
I can't with these freaking heads, man.
Well, I can't like line it up right.
No, it's not you. It's just it's the whole design in general.
So all right, so I have a guy now. I have this guy. How you doing?
How you doing?
All right. I will draw a card. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. I think with all the Pierce, it doesn't matter at this point anymore. So I'm going to play Bigger They Are. Give myself Pierce 4. I will attempt to play this. There we go. And I will go to combat with my head now coming out of my hip because yeah, this guy. So hold 1, flip 3 cards. Oh boy! All right. 6, 7, 8. Here's 4.
Defending 9, taking 4.
Taste it.
Taste it.
I have to do 1 damage.
You do.
Oh, I have to live through this attack actually. But then I still.
But then you have another guy.
Flintlock, who has like I think 1 hit point.
God bless America. Untap the dudes. Draw 2 cards.
Untap. Oh, his head's gone. Okay.
Head mode, body mode. I can't stand this. They better make more direct damage that doesn't specify. All right, let's see.
Yeah, that's right. He's actually immune to
marksmanship and all that.
Yeah, I'm in body mode right now.
Yeah, you are. So let's see. What is that you have sitting there on the table?
I don't know. It's a secret action.
It is. It is. So let's
It's a secret to everybody.
This is over at midnight, right? So we have 15 minutes, basically.
Yep. This might be our last match.
Sure. I don't know if everybody else is falling asleep.
Are we even going to get to the end of this match? Jesus, come on.
Yeah, we are. Here we go.
Come on, Blue.
There we are.
All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, no, here they are is not triggering.
No, it's not triggering Pierce. No.
Yeah. Well, I will happily reveal.
He does get tough 4. So.
Nope. We're going to go a little higher than that.
Oh my. Because he's got a fortification.
He does have that.
5, 6, 7. So I'll flip 9 cards.
That's ridiculous.
Flip 9. Okay, what do you got?
I have 12, Pierce 6.
All right. So it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm just going to take 6. Set damage to.
That was nuts.
And then I will trade a handheld blaster for the last pudding.
Please be something good.
Sturdy javelin. No.
I will scouting mission you. Do 1 damage to Omega Supreme, and you can draw 2 cards.
Wow, look at you, top deck man.
Top decking a scouting mission. See what happens? Flintlock jumps off for a second, and he's all like, "What's going on over here?" And then Omega Supreme dies.
That's awesome.
I'm chopping off your head.
All right, the Battle of Blue. That was excruciating.
I enjoyed it.
That scouting mission was pretty clutch.
Of course, it was.
My other card
That's
was
the
flying.
definition of clutch.
Oh my god. Well, I was like, I need to draw something. I would think anything, javelin, marksmanship, something, and yeah, scouting top.
Not bad for the crappiest deck in my stable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think marksmanship would have worked on Omega Supreme.
Oh no, he's in combiner mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I needed a javelin or a scouting mission or something along those lines.
Yeah, I
So,
figured it would have been javelin because I think all your dudes, with the exception of Flintlock, are ranged, right?
all 2 guys. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Doesn't he
So-
flip over into a third little bot?
Cerebros.
Mike,
No, there's a head in the other. Yeah.
a question from chat says the Fortress Mattress Maximus deck is very blue heavy. He's surprised you're not taking advantage of more orange black cards.
That's not my
Yeah.
speed.
Because it's not reliable enough to do damage. I mean,
Yeah, you're building it for the tough matchup alone, basically.
yeah, I feel like the card has two sides, but doesn't necessarily mean you have to use both of them, because I don't think it's possible to build a deck that's going to be flipping blue white and also flipping orange black, and also flipping all the cards that this guy needs. Like, what does this need? Like white, orange, black, blue. You know, I mean, it's probably possible to do. I just, in the 10 minutes I looked at it yesterday, I was like, well, if I just double down on tough, just not flip Fortress Maximus, you know what I mean? I could just accrue damage from him defending, and then just kind of get through while he's doing pierce damage and all that other kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's possible to build it the other way. I just didn't, as a one tall deck being mostly orange and black, I just didn't know that was going to be, you know what I mean? Like, he would just basically die the first turn.
Right. You were banking on the tough to keep him out there. You weren't
Right, I mean,
really
also,
looking to trigger anything.
This says, you know, what is Fortress Maximus? When he switches modes, I can do 2 damage to each enemy flip. So basically, I would get to do that once.
Right.
It's
So
like attack, flip, hopefully flip some orange black, and then, you know, he would basically die, I think, because I think any aggro deck would just pummel him into oblivion on their first turn if I had no way to defend, you know?
Yep.
And then you're left with other, like, obviously I would not be using Flintlock, you know what I mean? I would use somebody else.
Right. If you had orange.
I don't know. That was just my thought. I mean, I'm not saying you can't build the Fortress Maximus deck the other way. I don't think it's possible to build it both ways, obviously, but like,
yeah.
Well, it
I
sort of
also-
lends itself towards the like the Metroplex strategy at that point, where you're trying to bold out mixed pips to do all these things, you know.
yeah, and then you wind up like with Metroplex. You know, the problem with that is that you wind up with a bunch of cards in your hand that you can't use. Like, oh, Beast of Tyranny, cool.
Yeah, but at least Metroplex has the advantage of having other dudes on the board while he's on the board, not after he's dead, giving you your other guys. So that's.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got to be honest. Like when the coronavirus thing hit, I have not been spending as much time as I was with Transformers. You know what I mean? Like brewing and playing, because we were playing like every weekend at the store, and it was like, you know, like constant testing. And then I didn't have Octagon set up until, so I want to play around with Fortress Maximus. I think there's something there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, now that we got this set up, we can lab it more often then.
Yeah, I think there's a build in there that can possibly take advantage of his other things.
My downside for seeing Fortress Maximus is 15 health. I mean, he's not going to last long enough to pull off this 2 damage to everything.
Yeah.
More than once, and that's like you said before. That's the thing. But 8 attack in this mode, and 8 attack in general.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, especially if you can stick around for a few turns and then you get an axe on him, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, if we can get him to stick around long enough.
I mean,
Yeah,
against an
crazy.
aggro deck, this thing would have been. I was flipping 9 cards there for a few turns, you know. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Against, like, you know, the new hotness though is like the orange black mix, so this probably wouldn't stand a chance against that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
yeah.
you can't plan for literally every archetype that's good. You're going to sit down across from. You just got to play what you think is going to work best, and you can grind.
And then that's what the
you know.
sideboard's for. So we'll figure
Exactly.
it out. We'll figure it out when we get to play with it more. The
Listen,
cards aren't even out yet, you know.
I will powertrain. That's all I'm going to say. I love powertrain.
All hail Powertrain.
I just want to play aggro decks. I hate playing blue. It takes forever, especially when you run to another blue deck like this. It's just like, okay, I swing for 90.
Well, you know me. I'm all aggro all day. So.
My laptop is actually about to die.
All right, and I think
That's fine. Yeah, we're just
pretty
about
much
getting
done
ready to
anyway.
call it. So, yeah, thanks everyone on behalf of Long Island Tabletop for joining us for our first Transformers Learn to Play in Gameplay stream.
And we probably had some play mistakes on stream since I haven't played Transformers in like a month. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. We just got Octagon installed on these guys' machines just the other day. So
Well, I mean, like the stream itself should be saved, so we can go back and
yeah,
for
we'll go back and
posterity, like,
we'll
you
make
know.
we'll make fun of you, Mike. It's okay.
Yeah, like three games ago, I'm mad at myself because I picked a sparring gear on like turn 2, and it's like my instinct always pick up armor early in blue decks. But
Mike, I got the colors wrong. Like I was literally like trying to name off the colors. I'm like, hey, you got green, red. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not green. That's
red,
orange.
purple, magenta. You know?
That's all right. I had a stroke halfway through the
You know,
evening.
you've got the
Right,
you've
so-
got you've got all the great Transformers. You've got Optimus, Megatron, Voltron, the GoBots. That
One, Spike Hill. You know, you got all the classic guys.
the Herculoids,
Oh
Rom.
boy,
Rom,
digging deep now.
Gleep and
All
Gloop.
right, I will talk to you guys later.
Take it easy, Mike. Go charge that laptop.
Yep, like there's
Love all of you with the fire of 1,000 suns.
Love you, Mikey.
Yep, there are plenty more games coming up this weekend, so by all means, feel free to check us out tomorrow and Sunday. Check us out on Facebook, and there's still some stuff going on Twitch, so we don't necessarily have to jump off here. You can go check
Yeah.
out those D&D games.
Yeah, isn't there also like you guys are going all night on Twitch or something?
I think, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I think they're literally like running the whole way through. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a question. This might
What's up?
sound stupid, but I've had the Zoom thing on the side. Where's there a chat? Like where? Like
on YouTube,
My
like
age.
it's on
On YouTube itself.
oh, it's on YouTube. I'm not watching that.
and yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up the stream again. Thanks everyone for joining us. Feel free to continue and
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the virtual convention, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Later.
Indeed.
All right.